I mean, yes, the source is different for sure.
Um,
All right. Well, we're here now, so um, we can talk about that on break. Welcome back. Sorry about that momentary kerfuffle. We are here with Vagabond Gaming presents Soul Warfare, a Bleach 5e game brought to you by our Dungeon Master, who will be taking over presently.
Hello, welcome to the game. For brief, to make this quick, I'm Caleb, and our lovely players will be going through our session today. Last we left off, we had recently had the group have a free for all within a dojo. Witness why Kenpachi fighting is what leads to a lot of repairs. We have witnessed the uh, private mansion that the entire squad of the Vanguard division gets to utilize. We had some annoying messages from the Troll Squad captain and went on our first mission where we fought a strange human who could absorb hollows, which is not a good thing as far as you know. Thanks to the stalling tactics of the new members and thus far as you know, only members of this division, he was able to be captured alive and brought to the 12th Division for study, which is actually exactly what we're going to get into now. As shortly after he was brought into custody, all of you have been contacted with varying forms of communication, some of you receiving official summons, others getting a very annoying mechanical bird that kept poking you until you read the letter.
Yeah.
All of these letters merely said to come to the 12 squad barracks, and you will know why when you get there.
Can I destroy this bird? How much will it cost me to pay back?
Payback?
To reimburse him for the
Oh,
destruction.
usually he will accept coinage, but he much prefers if you pay him back by letting him experiment on you.
No, not this time. Not worth it.
All right. Shame. So first things first, we're going to start with show. Okay, just a second as I try to get this image to actually load, because for some reason, the 12th captain's image is not wanting to work. You were brought in almost immediately after Chiru, the man who never opens his eyes, slash the man whose name is impossible to say, slash your current leader was questioned. And you see this man standing in front of you. Sans the syringe. Hello, Shodaime, was it?
Shogata.
Shogata, my apologies. Nice to meet you. Now then, I'm very excited. You've all seemed to bring a very peculiar test subject here, and the news your leader has given us is interesting. I want to hear your account of the mission, if possible.
Oh. I got
Suicide bombers came. We killed them. A lot of them. Released, I think, one of them.
For this, only show is in the room right now. They are doing this one-on-one with each of you.
Ah, damn.
Oh, sorry. All right. Then crap. Well, he's going to be a bit different than everybody else's. You can trust somebody else for the right answer. He's going to be like, I got like 5 gold tarantulas. There was like 2 golden squids, which are crazy rare. They don't really show up. He helped me find Dolores, which there's like only like a 15% chance of that.
You can see the 12th squad captain's face going from excited to slowly more and more disappointed as time goes on.
Yeah, he just tells him about like basically them playing the video game because that's the part of the trip he actually remembers. or at the moment, to be honest, finds pertinent enough to give this person information because he knows a bit about everybody, and this person intimidates him, but also the prospect of what he might do scares him. So,
All right. Thank you. He quickly shoves you out and
is there a way I can? He's like,
close.
I need to. I was gonna ask
And
if I could hang out with him again.
uh,
I want
you
to get
then
Rodney.
hear a very, very loud, "Oh my God, why did we bring those to this plane of existence? It's been not." And the captain is off ranting in a completely different tone and notably to you, different voice now that he's on his own. Very annoyed that he brought video games into the Soul Society.
All right.
Up next will be Vulture. You are brought in, I would say, about 10 minutes after him, after the yelling has notably died down, and you witness, give me just a second, because I gotta delete this dude. And bring in this guy. You don't really know who this is, but you are almost certain you've seen him before. Strangely enough, even though he has a lieutenant badge on, he's wearing his captain's Haori. You're not sure why the captain doesn't wear his.
Seems like a cool guy to me.
He sits down with a mug of coffee in front of him, rubs his temples, he looks up at you. Hello. By any chance, were you actually told what you were coming here to do, or did he just send one of those stupid birds?
Got one of those fun little birds, so I'm a open cup for you right now. What do you need to know?
What happened on your mission with the weird dude who peels his skin on and off?
Like every great story, I'll start with myself. So there I was on the roof, surveying the area, trying to be awesome like I am. Don't have to try that hard, but I still put forth the effort just for you guys. So I knew you appreciate that. So I kind of got ambushed. It was a cheap shot by one of those hollows. Fighting ensued. I did a whole bunch of awesome fighting. Everyone else did stuff. And then the weird guy showed up. Instead of diving in head first, I kind of thought it'd be better for us to stand back. And luckily, everyone else thought so as well. Then Captain pretty much took care of everything after a kind of long bit of stalling and talking. And I thought it was boring, but held my tongue, held my action, trying to be more of a ninja, live up to my prestigious name. But all in all, I pretty much say the team handled that as well as we could have. We sat back and waited. We didn't provoke the enemy to destroy more of the town, because I'm sure if that guy went all out, it would have been a little different result. So all in all, pretty awesome mission.
Watch as he looks at you, unbreaking eye contact, takes a swing of his mug. Thank you for your information. You're dismissed.
Well, as long as we're here, and then he pulls out the picture of the bird. Have you seen this bird anywhere around Soul Society? Giant red, sometimes on fire, can't miss it.
He looks up at your drawing and just goes, on a 5-year-old's fridge once. By the way, his expression has not changed from what he currently has.
That means it must be the truth. I'll be on the search. Probably live somewhere here in the Soul Society. Thank you for information, Captain. I fucking jet out the room at high speed.
At which point, like the second he's gone, Jack, you hear, Newbie, get in here. You know this guy. He is your lieutenant. He wears the captain's Haori because the captain is rarely actually overseeing other people's stuff. So he puts his Haori on this dude so that people know who to run to when something explodes.
Hey, what's up?
Hey. You notice this very quickly. He has a braid on the side of his hair, which is much longer than the rest. That's usually only put on when he's had an experiment recently performed on him. You're also aware he doesn't usually wear glasses, so that's probably where the experiment was done.
New eyes?
Yep, I can now see, what was the word he used? Infrablue.
In for blue?
I don't know. Nothing looks different at the moment.
Oh, I hope it pays off. Usually he gets cranky when it doesn't.
Yep. All right. So, to make a long story short, what happened on your mission? What's with the guy peeling his skin off? Tell me everything.
Weird suicide bomber Hollow that we killed. Then he showed up. He was devouring hollows left and right, saying that he was doing our job for us. Weirdly enough, not knowing the consequences of his actions. Then I belittled, corrected his information and judgment, hopefully, but doubtfully. And then our captain, or the leader, I should say, I don't know if he's the captain at this point, or whatever I should call him, sealed both me and him temporarily to transport us back to the Soul Society. Any other information that you want me to go in detail on?
No, it's good for now, though. I must say, the captain did mention that little you and him being glued together. He also mentioned you had a good chance of seeing inside him. What did you see? All we've seen is some floating stuff.
A vortex, a black hole vortex.
Interesting.
I do not want to experience it again.
For the first time in a long time, you see your lieutenant give a very I have ideas smile.
Well, most likely it was his way of absorbing the spirit or targets in his vicinity to then somehow merge with them. I don't know how deep it goes.
Right.
Most likely not that deep if the souls were weak enough, he could overpower them. So there's some experiment line on that if you're curious.
Yes, that does give me much more information than your other allies have given.
I am not going to be a subject in that experiment, by the way.
Oh, I doubt I'll need an unseated officer. You're dismissed.
Good day. And I leave as quickly as possible because experiments.
All right, Red. It is now your character's time to come in for Little Hurt.
She walks in, gets a duck, bumps her head on the doorway, comes in, sits down.
12th squad, I assume. Or sorry, 11th, wrong word.
Actually, nah, I'm a healer.
You're part of 4th squad?
Yep.
Oh, I remember you. You held down one of the more stupid Shinigami a few weeks ago. Oh, that was hilarious. Anyways, my dark humor aside, if I may ask a quick favor, I need you to describe the events of your previous mission. Leave nothing out.
Went to the place, started fighting, things got weird. Hollows were dying, but they weren't really dying. Then a person came who had a bunch of eyes, started sucking stuff into his body. Then shit got weird. The dude who can't open his eyes started mumbling. The eye dude in show started playing video games. The next thing you know, everybody gets sucked in. Well, not everybody. Just 2 people got sucked in, and now we're here.
Eyes, you said eyes inside of him?
I wouldn't say inside. They were like everywhere.
Interesting. Were they also around him?
Nah, just on them.
Interesting. All right. Well, between you and the newbie, we've actually gotten some good data on this. I thank you.
You're
If you would do me one small favor, and he reaches under the desk, and yeah, I'd say Vanny's dealt with enough casualties to know this. As he pulls out some gadgets, he hands you what he claims are very experimental little toys that the 12 Squad has been working on to give people stuff to do during their downtime. You have seen the burn wounds on people being given quote unquote toys by 12 Squad. You don't know what these do though, but he hands you 4 small cubes.
Her curiosity gets the better of her, and she just takes them. She
All
wants to
right.
know what they do.
As you leave, the door is closed behind you, and he sighs. Wait a second, was that door always blue? And at this point, the entire squad is there. Chiru is meditating in the middle of the room at the moment. And he looks around for a second as you all finish your little thing. All right. I believe we're done here. And as far as I know, we have no urgent missions. So I will leave you all be to interact with others and go see if your squads, individual squads, need any help. I will be back at the mansion if you need me. Which point Chiru is gonna flash step away, and I'm gonna move us off this thing for the sake of ease. All right, so at this point, you were all left to travel Soul Society, be it within the Serete or the outskirt areas, or even for a couple of you, such as Vulture's character, you know of more isolated areas that aren't technically part of the Soul Society, but are still a part of the afterlife, such as the Land of the Beasts. Is there anything anyone would like to do?
I would like to go to the Land of the Beasts.
All right. Do you announce that you're making this trip to anyone?
I go tell Valen's character. All right.
All right.
Valen, right after the meeting, Valen basically just like smoked a bit on his way to the house, the new house, and just has been, playing some video games since then. He's just chilling in his room. His room is like fucking lavish as shit. There's like pillows everywhere, soft like silk drapings. Like it is very, very comfy in there. So what do? You knock on my door?
I sneak up through the window. Few light taps on the window, try to get your attention. Come over and let your boy in.
He puts his head up from the game, kind of looks at the window, and he uses the like long stem of his smoking pipe to kind of tick the latch up so that you can come in.
Open the window, tiptoe inside. Yo, so I'm gonna be heading out for a while. Didn't want to leave without telling nobody. A good ninja always at least lets one person know. For the body and everything. But anyway, I'm heading to the Land of the Beast. If anyone would know where that would be, it'd probably be you. So I'll see you before our next mission.
Pause. I think I need to roll to know how much I know about the Land of the Beast, right?
I figure him being freaking Captain Commander's son, he would know everything about Soul Society.
Yeah, I figure you're right. It's not up to me what I figure. It's up to
Okay.
Bell.
My mic was off. My apologies. I was trying to say he is not the captain commander's son. He is the son of one of the captains, but
That got retconned.
you are part of the noble family, so you have advantage on this roll.
All right. So that intelligence or like specifically history or
I would say history.
all right. Ooh, I got a 19 and a 18. I'll go with the 19.
Yeah, no. You don't know a lot about it, but you have definitely heard of it. Legend has it before the Soul Society officially became a thing. Everyone was kind of just designated a zone, and that zone defined what kind of life they were going to have. For anyone who was sent to the beast, they became these strange animal beast hybrids who could, on one hand, be exceedingly powerful, exceedingly a big threat to those around them. But on the other hand, if they ever gave into that beast a little too much, they would be mindless nothings. Not hollows, but still not really able to be called a person.
All right.
At the moment, not a lot of Shinigami come from there, but a few have. There are a few notable ones in history. And they don't really interact with the Spirit Soul Society much, though.
You see one of his. All right, back in the game. As you speak, he puts his hand up like to kind of stop you from leaving. Well, he puts he taps you in the chest or shoulder, whatever reaches first with the stem of the bowl. He's like, all right, 1 second. As one of his eyebrows goes up. I don't think I've ever been in the Land of Beast.
Can I barge in on this conversation?
I don't give a fuck.
As long as the players are okay with it and you don't say, oh yeah, now I happen to be somewhere else too, I'm good.
Don't I? So this is me barging into Valen's room on the pretense of just taking one of his nice ass pillows.
Fair enough.
Need that.
And then while I burst in, grab a pillow, and just like, what are y'all talking about in here?
Well, it seems like we're talking about a road trip because Mr. Fancy Pants here has not been to the Land of the Beast.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you haven't been to the Upper Ring, so we can just not talk about who hasn't been where, huh?
Nope, we need to talk about that because that sounds like a second field trip.
That's basically classist bullshit. But what's up, Ooze?
Would I have any information about the Land of the Beast? Because my character sort of just lived in the forest on the very outskirts.
The Land of the Beast, if I'm remembering layout of Soul Society, is on the opposite side because it's like in its own desert, if I remember quick. Yeah, it's in the middle of a tundra, so it's on the opposite side.
Oh yeah, so I wouldn't know shit.
Well, as long as we're choosing what we need to do with our spare time, if you want to fucking earn that pillow, let's take a little road trip to the Land of the Beast. If you're anything else better to do.
I'm down for the road trip, but I'm taking the pillow either way.
He's like, cool. He's like, all right, that's just all right. We can't just go with just the three of us.
Clothes.
All right, all right. I'll meet you guys at the front door. All right, just wait for me.
Oh yeah.
All right, word.
All right. He grabs his sword from the side of the bed and puts his switch in the little fucking sack thing. And while they go to the front door, Valen goes down to the basement to.
I took a detour to put the pillow in my room.
Makes sense.
Nice. And I stopped by to go get my puppy. So this is
there you
about to be awesome.
And I knock on Jack's room just with a.
Yeah.
It turns out we're got a little impromptu excursion, and we're headed over to the land of the beasts, just to kind of check it out. I've never been. Apparently, Lavi has, so he wants to go back, and neither has Ooze. And I don't know if you've been, but
No, I've been in the. I've been closed in. Don't really care about going there.
oh, all right. So, but I mean, that's what we're gonna go check that out. So, I mean, I figured we could use the help. You know, more bodies, more ability to come back better. You know, stuff like that.
You or experiments? You or experiments? Which one?
Think of this as an experiment in itself.
Fine.
All right. All right. Everybody's waiting at the front door because I wanted to
So
come ask.
you owe me one item. You personally owe me one item from the human world.
From the human world?
Yes. You have connections. You have that item.
Yeah, that was a bit doing, but you know what? Fair. We'll see what I can do with that.
Yep. And we'll agree on it later.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do some things.
Woo!
All right. So he runs up the stairs pretty well. He's goes, "All right, guys, we're ready." And yeah. So first things first. What the hell? I gotta remember my spell list right quick, because I believe I have a very important spell I need to cast right now. Nope, I don't have that spell. Never mind. Let's continue. I forgot they don't get mage armor.
What's up?
Ooh.
I either didn't take mage armor for no reason. Anyway.
Well, while he's looking for that stuff, I'm gonna use. I don't know if it'll show up on D20 because I can't. I'm clicking it, but it's not showing up for some reason. But I want to use my disguise kit to dress as the people would dress in the land of the beasts, because I have a disguise kit in my equipment.
Oh, they don't dress.
Like nobody.
Nobody.
Well, but can I use body fucking paint or some shit to disguise to look like one of them?
To try and look like an animal?
I mean, I think it would help, and if not, at least it would be a cool visual.
All right. Yeah, sure. Make me a roll. You
right.
have proficiency in this, right?
In what? What am I rolling?
Disguise kit. You
No
roll.
Willow.
You roll a d20, and if you have proficiency in the disguise kit, you add your proficiency plus. In this case, I would say your dex.
Willow. You have your food. I'm trying to eat mine.
Go to my character sheet. Oops. For some reason, the app, the D&D Beyond app, is not showing me what I want to see. Oh, I don't have anything there. Damn it.
I can look at your character. Give me a
all
sec.
right. That makes more sense. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to shift this out for this.
You have proficiency in disguise kit.
Oh, sweet. Just let me.
Your current proficiency is +2.
Did y'all see that roll?
Give me a sec. I got to go back because I was looking at your character. Game log. I am not seeing the roll.
Well,
Yeah,
it'll be on the app, right?
Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah,
at
I'm using the.
I'm rolling. I'm looking at D&D Beyond. I don't see a roll.
Yeah.
Fuck. I swear I'm pressing this.
There it
shit.
is.
Yeah,
It's
just
going
Okay.
now. I saw it jump on there. It's a 3.
God damn it.
You make some very good tiger face paint.
Tiger face paint.
I'll take it. Oh shit.
And while he's doing
So-
that, kind of, Shogata prays a little bit, and a shimmering golden field of energy kind of like clings to his body and then shimmers into like nothingness. But every now and again, the light hits him just right. You can see that there's like just something around his entire body.
Oh,
I saw Vanny sees the tiger face paint and figures that he's attempting to disguise himself to look more like a beast. So she uses the disguise self spell to look like a dragon.
fuck yeah.
Okay. I
Oh,
would like you to do me a favor, and after you roll, or no, wait, it's a spell. So yeah, you look like a dragon. You don't look entirely like a dragon, but you look like a half dragon person. You are a dragon walking around on 2 legs.
I'm cool with that.
You're also still the same size, which, mind you, is still 8 feet tall. But yeah.
All right. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Use.
Why didn't that work?
Okay. Oh shit.
And do me a favor and make a save with whatever your biggest stat is.
Who, me?
Yes.
How do I do that? Oh.
I believe you just well, there you go. You figured out how to do it. All right. You feel as you go to use your strange illusionary keto to cast over yourself, as if something in your core is energized. It's not enough to where you feel like it would be a big hit in battle, but it's kind of like that. You know what? I got a little bit more confidence today. Some random stranger said I look nice. I'm going to take it.
Nice. That I was walking by and somebody was just like, confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Yep.
kind of confidence.
And yeah. Does anyone else want to do anything to prepare, or are you just going?
Yeah, I want to talk a bit before we get there.
Yeah, sure.
That's all right. So, yeah, he still has his switch put away. He hasn't, pulled it out yet while walking. And he's like, so, I guess we're all going to be working together now, right? So we should kind of do the getting to know you thing. And I was always taught to kind of, lead by example. So you can just call me Sho. I come from the Yamamoto house, which, yeah, that one. I don't really like the current system, but I don't really, not a lot I could do. Also, if anybody wants to, play, I have this racing game where I can take off, one of the controllers on this side and then the other one on this side, and then we can, both play on the thing. It's a really cool racing game. You get to throw bananas and turtles at people. I'm not really sure why. But
Sir, you had me at turtles. I'm in.
all right. But yeah, we can do that. I don't know. There's not really a lot to me. I'm just not like the rest of my family, So what about you, Ooze?
Oh, that's me.
Yes.
All right, so name's Xanthippe. Everybody calls me Little Zanny Vert.
Oh, I thought it was Uzi Vert.
Oh no, that's a rapper.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Hilarious.
I
Yeah,
gotta change it on screen real quick.
I grew up in the streets. Well, not really. I grew up in the forest. I made my own little hospital in the forest, trading medical stuff for favors. And then that's when actually Show's dad ran up on me like, we heard you can do this stuff. You got to put it to good use, so we're going to put you to jail. So I don't really fuck with him like that. He seems kind of like a dickhead, but you
He
know.
is.
And I don't like that I have to use a sword because I suck at using swords. I'd much rather use a scythe. But they said that it was against the rules, so here I am. And I do plan on becoming the top in charge so that I can change things. Also, right now I look like a dragon, but I don't always look like this.
I was going to say something about that. I appreciate the effort into blending in on this very sensitive and highbrow mission we're going on. And since I'm already talking, Lavi, by the way, I, you know, as the one who put this mission together, the most important person here, I would like to say that you all are going to make this 10 times better. I already thought this was going to be a dope ass mission. I haven't been to the land of the beast in a while, but having people I can bring in there, we can have our own fucking side. We may even get items we can bring back and just go ham with on a mission. So this could be a very lucrative excursion. Don't die because that would suck because we got other stuff we got to do. And Show, if you don't mind throwing on, just like some cat whiskers or something, then I think this would be the perfect team.
I'm not a cat guy, but I don't know. Maybe. What about you, Jack?
Pig nose.
Are you a cat guy?
Pig nose.
Nah.
Rabbit ears.
Give me what you have. I'll go with whatever.
And he pulls out a pair of bunny ears from his back pocket, plants them right in old boy's hands.
Just had those on deck, huh?
Just on ready.
Someone wasn't going to be prepared as the leader or second in command of probably every team we're going to form here. I gotta be prepared.
True, preparation is important.
I also have a spatula. Just pulls out a spatula from his back pocket as well.
Never know you're gonna need to flip some bitches. I get it.
This guy knows. Puts it away.
My backstory, because y'all shared, I'm similar to our healer over here, but I mainly work with tools and the like, just like them, or just like her, right?
Yep.
I grew up in a small house built on the outskirts of the town. People came to my family every once in a while for healing salves and things like that. My house occasionally gets visited by the Shikigami Go 10 13 once in a while to get recruited, whoever is there. I was there when they came. I made salves in record time in their eyes with one of my new devices that I showed them because they asked. They then came later on and tried to recruit me. I accepted. They then offered me a house in a very powerful family. I denied and kept with my house in the outskirts. And I found myself in a wonderland of tools and gadgets. That's it. Though I do know how to cook. So that special might come in handy.
There we go. Synergy. I like it. We said your name was Jack again? Was it Jack?
Jack Ghoul. Yes.
There we go. Definitely remember that. All right. Is that everyone? Is that everything for the introductions?
Well,
As
there's
you,
only 4 of us, so yeah.
Makes sense to me.
as you all begin walking, it is taking a while, as this place is not like it's next to the society. It is in the middle of what the locals would call bumfuck nowhere. And as you're walking, it slowly goes from, okay, we're in the place where the Shinigami are. This is nice and protected. Then you get to the buildings immediately outside the society. They're normal, they're fine. Into the outskirts where it's a lot of dirt roads and not a lot of actual roads. To the edge of the outskirts where you can barely see any living plant or thing. Everything's dirty. And then you get to the outskirts. And you are there for a while in this not full-on tundra, but barely living area of this strange plane you all live on. And as you keep moving forward, you keep walking, it slowly becomes more and more craggy. You see not crocs, you see rocks, you see large areas where just a crater is there, or there's some sort of random pile of sharpened rocks, and you're not really sure why it's there. It just is. And as you continue to go further and further on, you occasionally feel that there are creatures out here, but you never see them. Occasionally, and right now, you do see some Shinigami from 6th, 3rd, and 7th Squad walking through. They occasionally do patrols out here, as although it's not as rare as it used to be, or not as common as it used to be, sometimes hollows do somehow break through here. Thankfully, most of them, with the exception of the really, really low intelligence ones, have learned to stop doing that ever since they realized, the people who go there don't tend to come back. But for most of you, especially anyone who knows people from those squads, it is the most fucking boring job you can be given. It is a lot of walking around and a lot of nothing.
I'm gonna roll a
Hey.
perception check.
All right.
I was just about to say that. I don't know how to get there.
All right. Well then,
Kind of
I will give you advantage on your perception check
cool.
because I have it as a thing, and I bet yours is higher than 3.
All right, let me go ahead and do that. It's not letting me. Are y'all seeing it? Perception.
There we
There
go.
it is. It's coming up.
There we go.
Yep, there we go. Let's see it. Damn,
19.
that's what's up, baby.
Big 19. Let's go.
Okay. And then roll again, see if you get higher.
How the fuck do you get a +7 at first level?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
5
So-
into wisdom, and then no.
Yeah, how do you have a plus? What?
I
We
mean,
can
you
check
want
this out
to
on
check
the
my
break for
character
right
sheet?
now. Let's just call it a 7, and we can work it later.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm just gonna, and then you can. But yeah. So, what do we see?
But yeah, to take a look around, try to see around the area in front of us. Well, we already passed those rocks. Yeah, I'm basically just scanning to see if there's any enemies around or anybody we need to worry about.
There's no enemies. The most you see are a few Shinigami who are just talking with other Shinigami who are on
Not
the
just
same
enemy,
duty.
but people who are hiding at all.
Oh yeah,
You do see one dude. He has prodigy. That's why. Okay. He You all do see occasionally a Shinigami who is just sitting behind a rock doing jack all. Not doing his job because, well, unfortunately, a lot of people have this job. Do not take it seriously.
Makes sense. So we can pretty much just start past all these guys as long as we're quiet.
Outside of that, you occasionally see a few of the quote-unquote locals running around. Some of them are wolves, others are foxes, but none of them are the bipedal ones you've heard about. Almost all of them are actual animals. The creatures that you've heard supposedly only come into existence once they've gone too far into their bestial selves.
Are there any plants around?
Yes, but they are practically dried out husks.
Damn, so I wouldn't be able to talk to them.
But is that how they're supposed to be? Like, is that just the kind of plant? Or would we need to investigate to find out? That's fair.
I mean, it is in a
We've
desert.
never been there, so...
Yeah, you're in a desert. This is what the plant usually looks like. This is it, hoping any kind of liquid comes near it sometime soon. Because clearly it's been a while since it rained here, because that's how deserts work.
So for the for the wolves and animals and all that, those are just like half beast Shinigami who just turned fully into beasts. So if we like kill them, you have to release them as well, like hollows.
No, they are not like hollows. It's its own thing. It is not bad that they are beasts. It's just that they did. For some legends, it is that they did something exceedingly horrible. For others, it is a choice they can make to gain extreme power in exchange for being stuck like this for the rest of their lives. Other legends even say it's an inevitable thing that will happen. Eventually, every bestial person turns into this, and it's because of some sin or something they had in the previous life.
Are they bigger than regular animals?
Oh yeah. You see one of the fox ones. It's about the size of a gray wolf. To give some reference.
Okay.
That's a big ass fox.
Yep.
So
You have a feeling most of
take
these
the bird?
people would, in their normal forms, stand above Vert, which is a rarity.
Yeah.
If we manage,
Not
so if
used
we
to
manage
looking
to
up to
kill one,
people.
could we take their fur?
I mean, you can, but they are under Soul Society protection.
Yeah, that's...
Can I go talk to the fox?
You can try.
Because I have the speech of beast and leaf, which lets me communicate with beast and plants, though I don't understand them.
I love you very
All right, you can try. If so, I want you to make or show me how you try to get its attention, and then I'll tell you what check to make.
So like I just walk up to it like it's a person and just say hi.
All right. As you start moving towards it, it stops and looks dead at you, as most animals would when something is approaching it. Do you continue?
I like try to seem as non-threatening as a half dragon thing could look, but I do continue forward.
It starts running.
Okay, never mind.
Valen, whenever he moved, if he got within a certain range, Valen moved to maintain him in the specifically 30-foot range for him to flash step over, since he can actually do that.
All right.
But yeah, since it wasn't needed, he definitely didn't do it. But yeah,
Just
for the first time, everybody sees Valen, Show kind of look. He's just more aware. He's more alert than you've seen him before. Like even when he was in the human world, he was he was obviously playing video games. You know what I mean? But now the game is away and he's ready.
Oh, Caleb, for the guards that are around this area, they're there to keep people out, like so we can't be in here.
no, they're here to stop hollows that manage to breach from their plane into this one. They're
And
basically
and
space
this is
cops.
okay, cool. And as far as this land, there's like a head guy for the land, right?
For
This is like a court guard squad type deal.
the court guard squads are all back in Soul Society. This is basically a wild area.
Oh, okay. I roll up to one of the guards and start asking about the bird that lives there. Well, not the bird that lives there, but my red bird.
All right. As
That's
you
showing
go,
the pictures.
as you go up to them, they look at you like you're a madman. They then look back at the rest of the group and realize you are not alone, and go, look, no offense, dude, but if why are you here?
Well, mainly I want to come back here to investigate the area that I used to frequent back in the day. But now I'm on this quest, as you can see, to find this red bird. So it's kind of a field trip slash manhunt, if you will.
All right. Why exactly are you looking for this thing?
Don't want to get too
I'm
personal.
sorry, dude.
I just met you
You
guys.
really caught me off guard with this question.
It's all
Valen
right, man.
steps forward, and God damn it, Show steps forward. Fuck, I gotta get better about that. And puts his hand on Lavi's shoulder, and steps is like, "I'm sorry. Is there an issue here? What was your name?"
Uh, Lee? Hi?
Was there is there an issue, Lee Pie, or
No, I wasn't expecting anyone out here who wasn't a part of my squad, and I'm really confused, dude.
he just
Who are
told
you?
We're here on a field trip.
You and I both know that's not a thing Shinigami do.
It consider it team building, however you want to word it. It's what we're here to find, either a red bird or to go home alive. Those are the two things we're here for, right?
Right, bro. Like, did you
Couldn't
see a
have put
red
it better
bird?
myself.
That's all we're looking for, just the red bird. I don't know why
Like-
you're making such a difficult thing about it.
I'm not meaning to. Where did you come from?
I'm right now. I'm picturing us all just kind of like straight up pressing him. You know what I mean? Like just walking
In a
right up to
semicircle.
him. Like, you got a problem with my boy here? Like,
Yeah, no, that's what I'm
Squatting
picturing
right
too.
Bruh, he's getting ran up on by an 8-foot dragon beast.
and
Exactly. I got on tiger
5
paint
foot
for no
lazy
reason.
fuck.
And a dude with tiger face paint on. He does
Right.
not know what to make of this group. Which, speaking of, he looks towards Jack Bowman and goes, "Okay, you look
Well,
sane. What's
stop
going on here?"
Jack, tell him about the field trip.
Yeah, Jack. Austin.
About what? You guys have most of it covered.
He's not believing us because I don't know why he's not believing me, you know? I mean, it would suck.
I know
Well,
why he's not believing me. I'm a big ass
you-
dragon.
You know what could clear up this confusion? And I don't know. I'm gonna literally roll the dice here. But I'm gonna hit this performance check real quick so I can kind of rile the other guards that ain't doing shit into a fox hunt. I rolled an 8. It's not that high, but I still attempt to do it.
All right, how are you doing this? Because that's going to decide the DC and all that. I need to know all of that before you roll.
Oh, I have performance.
Yeah, no.
I have performance. I'm giving
Doesn't
him
matter.
There we
advantage.
go. Performance
Doesn't matter.
advantage.
He
Doesn't
already
matter.
rolled. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know I had it.
Well, he said before I rolled it, so I
No,
haven't
it's
told
okay.
him
I
yet.
didn't know I had it before. We can keep going.
Just
So we taking 8?
Sadly.
yeah. At the
All right,
moment,
cool.
yes. For future reference, you got to inform me how you're doing it first, so that I can decide the DC. And then, if you're going to help, by the way, you do not need proficiency to give someone else advantage. You
Oh.
just need to state it before I say roll.
All right,
you.
all right.
All right. Cool. So yeah, like there's like a whole bunch of foxes, darting around doing wild stuff. And I start like full sprint using all my abilities as far as I can. I try to catch one of the foxes. I don't hurt it or anything. I just,
All right.
use my ninja training. It's my acrobatics too.
Yeah, about to say make an acrobatics check.
Alrighty.
You got this.
15.
Hey,
All right.
it's respectable.
Now I've got to make an opposed check. Said 15.
Yes, sir.
All right, you start chasing one of the foxes, and while you're doing this, these foxes. Would anyone like to make an insight check?
I would.
All right.
I'll do it.
Sure.
We're
If
all
I'm
like,
able. Allowed.
Yeah, feel free to. I'm giving the option out there. It's basically for anyone who feels their character would be paying attention. Well,
18.
hot damn. That answers that question.
Boy's on point. Let's go.
Dude, I told you since the beginning. He's not fucking around. He's never been here, and he's heard stories, like wild beasts that fucking viscerate Shinigami. You know what I mean? Like,
There it is.
Yeah. You all can very clearly tell just by those two rolls. These things aren't just, well, with the exception of our local healer, apparently, who is too busy watching a grown-ass man chase down and tumble over tons of foxes.
Don't judge me.
As you all watch, it is very clear that not only are they moving less erratically than an animal would, but they are moving with purpose. At least 3 separate times you notice foxes moving just in the correct way to trip up crap, I forgot his name. Lavi, as he tries to catch another one. All of them begin scurrying in various directions. However, one does get tackled by him and grappled.
Yeah.
And as this happens, what's your AC?
Sorry. Let me see.
Would it be
Lord.
considered flat-footed?
I don't even know. Is AC the hit points?
No,
No,
AC
armor
is
AC
your
is your
armor
armor
class.
class.
So if you're on
Oh,
BB
15.
Okay. The fox bites you in the arm.
Well, I caught him, guys, but he caught me too. So that's
Takes
how the
6
fox
damage.
goes.
oh shit!
That's a
Damn.
lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage for one bite.
I mean, what were you expecting? This guy is a
That
Spirit
is
beast,
true.
if
That is a
anything.
big ass
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
fox.
You feel the bite go into your arm, and it almost feels like this thing damn near bit your arm off. It is. What was your character doing when he was alive, out of curiosity?
Even I was alive? Oh, wasn't fucking fisherman.
All right. You know animals somewhat, especially animals that hunt fish. That should not be. Or this thing is biting with way more pounds per square inch than any fox should be able to, or any animal for that matter. This is a strong bite.
Can I
Oh,
attempt to calm the fox with animal handling?
Can you what?
Attempt to calm the fox with animal handling.
Tell me how you're going to do it first, and then yes.
I don't know because I don't really know much about animals. Like, I guess, like how you would try to calm down a dog who's attempting to bite you. Or, well, bite someone else.
In that case, just roll. You're going to be rolling at disadvantage because it is currently being held against its will and is not in a good mood.
That makes
Oh
sense.
no, I'm not. After he fucking bites me, I let go. I'm not still holding the spot.
Oh, okay. In that case, it's dashed. It's gone.
Oh, it's out.
Yeah.
Never mind. I thought he was still holding it.
Yeah,
So
like I
trying to
wasn't.
prevent
I
you
was
from
just trying
getting
to. I
it.
wasn't trying to actually like take the fox with me. I just wanted to catch it and I'm gonna let it go.
All right. And as you run off, or as it runs off, you all look around and see the Shinigami who was there has fucking bolted because he is clearly surrounded by madmen and people who encourage madmen. He is gone.
Well,
Can I
I could have
attempt
sworn he looks familiar.
Can I attempt to heal Lavi? Because I feel like he doesn't have a lot of hit points.
Yeah,
and
if you want to use a spell slot, you can do it without any roll. You just got to roll how much you heal him.
I would rather use medicine and save the spell. I do have an herbalism kit.
All right. I'm going to say, sorry. Roll me a medicine check, see if you would know if you have the supplies to deal with this. Just because this is... In Soul Society, there's not a lot of medical technology. It's mostly sit still while I, for an entire day, shove keto into you.
I mean, they do wrap people up with bandages.
That's just to tell if they've moved or not by the ruffling of the bandages. It's like,
That
stay
is
still
actually...
and suck this keto.
I be in the forest and whatnot. I'm a forest healer.
You do be in the forest.
I got a 22.
All right, you got a 22.
Yeah.
You know enough to keep it from bleeding, but actual healing is either just going to take time or keto to speed it up. You do know that for a fact you can easily stitch this thing up.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna use the healing word.
All right.
So do I get 5 hit points back from that?
What was that?
Do I get 5 hit points back from that?
Yeah. I believe it's 5. Yep. Okay, yeah. It added everything.
Much appreciated, Vert.
Valen goes over and he's just really interested. God damn it. Show goes over and he's just like, he's really interested in how, like, what kind of healing magic that was, because it's slightly different than the normal, right? Or no?
It is.
Okay, I thought so. So he's like, what? That's because I don't. Maybe you'll see later, but I have a different way of healing too, and yours seems so. It's just. How do I put it? The Ryatsu just felt so almost tangibly wild, if that makes any sense. It just felt really like
that does make a lot of sense. I
don't
like before I got my whole Shinigami training, I used to think that I would just like tap into the wild itself and it would like empower me to do things that I normally wouldn't be able to do. It's the reason that the Shinigami were so interested in me. I tend to use keto in a way that most people don't.
Oh, that's cool. That is really cool.
Well, been to the land of the beast. See, it's pretty much a little wasteland. Thought there'd be a little bit more to do here, but
Well, we've literally stood in one spot and you chased a fox around. We haven't done anything.
no, I'm saying like
So
as far as I can see, we can definitely keep traversing through, but it's probably just going to be stronger beast after stronger beast. I don't want to put you guys in any danger after getting bit in the face.
I think
So
we
if
can.
you want to keep going, let's do it.
I mean, I maybe it's because I didn't get my arm nearly bit off by a fox. But,
Facts. Because I'm invested, but
Yeah.
also I didn't get big. So
yeah, I feel like I want to see what else. Like I've never been here, and I want to go a little further. Like,
That's all I need to hear.
You good?
Oh, I'm more than good. Let's do
All
this.
right. Jack, you good?
Eh.
As expected.
That's about the best we're probably gonna get. So I say let's keep moving, and if shit goes bad, everybody really just run. This is not a fight it out situation. We came here on a field trip. Let's not leave heading to a funeral. You know what I mean?
facts.
Onward. I'll scout ahead through the trees,
Please do.
and you guys follow underneath. Let's do it. And break off toward the, I guess, centermost interesting looking part of the woods of the wild area.
Though I would like to attempt to talk to the some of the leaves on the trees to try to see if I can get a direction
Alright.
of a town or anything.
All right. Okay, you walk up to one of the trees, quote unquote.
Yes.
Most of them. Actually, make me a perception check real quick.
Where's my
Wait, no,
perception?
not perception. Survival. Wrong thing. My bad.
Word.
I assist on that.
Yes, you may. You have advantage.
Oh,
So I do it
yeah.
twice.
Yep.
Oh shit! Why did I roll? I'm sorry.
Oh,
I got 2 12.
yo, that 21 threw me, man. I was like, yeah. All right.
Yeah, no. All right. So you begin looking around, and after a while, you notice that almost all of the plants here are basically dead until at one point you notice one that is blossoming. It is covered in leaves of various colors, and almost all of them exceedingly pale. It is, quite frankly, a diamond among a sand dune in this barren wasteland.
The second show sees that tree, he's like, yeah, that one needs people. Like the second, he's like, nope, that one needs people. Like,
Huh. I was definitely gonna go over there.
Does anyone still go over to the beautiful tree?
Can I
Not-
make a nature check on the to see if I recognize what it is first?
Sure. Roll with disadvantage because this is an unfamiliar territory.
Okay. So that's 2 and I take the lesser one.
Yep,
Mhm.
is the exact opposite of advantage. I love the simplicity of it.
All right. So yeah, that's a 4.
Oh,
oh, see it.
yeah, no, you don't know. You don't know why that tree's here or why it looks unique. It's just there. It's pretty
Yeah,
dope.
can I use my insight check?
To
Try to ascertain something about the tree.
that would be nature,
Oh damn! I got
Alright.
nothing. All right,
which
cool.
Can I try?
Oh,
sorry, what's up?
Can I, where did I go?
Vulture.
I was gonna say, can I use my dart and try to shoot my dart at it? Try
Sure.
to knock one of the flowers off.
Roll to attack.
All right. Fuck.
Before I attack this tree, is anyone against me attacking this tree?
Give me 1 second and then unload. All right. I want to investigate the surrounding area a little bit to see if any bones are just beneath the surface of the sand or tundra-y surface. I want to see. I'm gonna not get too close, but try to investigate.
Gotcha.
Can we not attack the plant?
Also an option. I mean, we got a tree hugger here.
Cause like
That is true.
everything is dead here, and I kind of want nature to survive.
I was my next move after I knocked the plant off was try to fucking like fish hook it so we could take some back with us. I just don't want to go close to the tree. I just want a little piece.
Reminder, you do not actually have the fish hook. That is just in your character fetish.
God damn it. X-nay on my whole plan. Let's walk around the street.
Austin, you got pretty good investigation too. You want to give me advantage? I got 5 on mine.
I was gonna ask for if I could make some sort of check because I was in a place of research and
Ooh, all right.
knowledge. So could I make some sort of check to tell or remember what this kind of thing was?
Yes. You may also make a nature check.
All right, sweet. My investigation of the area was 19.
Okay. Oh no. Hold on.
Oh no.
Everything's going to shit in real life.
Oh, no.
I almost spilled on my computer.
I
Okay.
blame the
We're
cat.
good now.
Oh.
I wish I had a cat.
I got a 20 nature.
Goddamn. Okay. Yeah, no, show sees nothing weird about this. If it's just a tree. Jack, you know that in Soul Society, it's not so much water that gives the plant life. It's either A, as Show suggested, it's built on top of dead people, or B, there's just a shit ton of Reiatsu around it. Sometimes, if released in small amounts, this can make a tree grow a lot better. If released too much too quickly, you will immediately kill the tree and every other plant life nearby. It is one of the many reasons you have to know how to conceal your Reiatsu if you are a captain.
Yep.
So, as far as you can tell, combined with Show's investigation, no one's died near here except maybe the other plants. But at the same time, if something had destroyed those plants, it would have destroyed this one as well. So chances are something is purposefully helping. Plant? No, chances are something is helping this plant grow specifically.
All right, so I'm going to run up on the plant.
Hey, yo, we need to take some of this plant. That's all.
Gotta risk it to get the biscuit. I'm going to run up on the plant and talk to it unless somebody else has a plan.
All right, real quick, are you speaking with plants or are you just using the furball feature? I just want to make sure. Like, how are you talking this
feature? Okay. Yeah, the speech of beast and leaf.
Just making sure, because I could have sworn speak with plants is a 3rd level, so I'm like, y'all don't have those yet.
No, he's a furball.
Right. Yeah, no, go up and talk to it.
All right, so I walk up to it, and I'm not like speaking, like I'm not walking up to it and using words and shit, but like I'm communicating to it my need to like get the topography of the place to see if there's any like intelligent life around or if there's like a city or something nearby, and also kind of just like on the back end wondering why it's doing so well.
Also ask if you've seen a red bird.
That one would require you to verbally speak, because that one's oddly specific. But as far as the answer to everything else, it points back, and then some of its leaves fall. You're not. I'll let you try and figure out what that means. It stretches its branches back in a specific direction, and then the leaves fall.
Huh.
But I would say that area has the most Reiatsu coming out of it, so let's go that way.
Valen is watching. Fucking piece of shit. Sorry. Show is.
I said it once and it's fucked him over for the rest of the game.
You did, and it set the whole pace, you asshole.
I'm sorry.
He's keeping that 30-foot pace from them, so if like they need him, he's there. But also, if they did something stupid, he's not.
All right. Assuming you all start following that direction,
I plan to.
I would like everyone to make me perception checks.
Let's do it.
21.
21.
Bro, my rolls have been kind of trash lately.
I just got a 10, so I feel you.
16 is very good for level 1. I just want to state that.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, my bad. My rolls have been trash in comparison to what everybody else wrote.
Yeah, no, this is full Bleach side character syndrome. In the grand scheme of things, you're really powerful. It's just that unfortunately, you hang out with the strongest people in the universe, so you don't seem that damn impressive. As you all continue walking, it's becoming clear that a lot of the plants around the area are doing a lot better. They are not flourishing like that one tree is, but they are doing better. Some of them actually don't look like they're withered out branches. A few lucky ones even have leaves growing on them. And you even spot a few flowers. They don't really seem special or anything. They're just like, oh, cool, a rose. Oh, good. What's the name? The flower you wear on a prom dress.
Chrysanthemum?
Corsage.
Corsage, thank you.
That's an arrangement of flowers, not a type of flowers. Let's just move on. Don't need to know why I know that. Let's continue.
My bad. You see a plebeian Shinigami who doesn't know what the fuck flowers are. That's a joke. But you continue on, and as you explore the land of the beasts, you see a lot more beasts frequently now. Usually it was a scattered fox. Occasionally they were with other ones, but now you're seeing like groups turn, look at you, scatter. You see wolves. You see what you're pretty sure was a goat.
How big was the goat?
The goat is the size of you.
Jordan was 6'7".
God damn.
That's a nice goat.
That's a big ass goat. Damn, boy.
That's a thick
I
ass.
actually don't know how tall Jordan was, so like, let's not quote me.
But yeah, no. And
He was 6'6".
eventually you all feel a presence. Not like the beast, but more like the kind of presence a Shinigami gives off. And you all see off in the distance this person, who is standing on 2 furred, hooved legs.
So
Kind
a fawn.
of just vibey. Yes. Precisely. And
Nice.
it's just kind of vibing in the middle of the desert.
She's hot.
Gotta roll up. It's not a perception check. Is it intent? Something?
Insight.
Insight, yeah. Let me roll insight. Jesus.
You're right. That is Jesus. No, I'm kidding. She just seems to be vibing until a familiar looking fox with blood dripping from its fangs comes near her, sits next to her. You all see it mouth something as she turns and worriedly looks at your group. And then immediately jumps to her feet. And you hear from far
Valor puts
away,
his hands up. He's like, whoa.
all right, bitches, you want to go? Let's go.
No,
Let's go
like
right
hands
now.
in the air, not hands up. Like,
No. That's what you hear her scream from a good distance away.
like we're not. No. We're not trying to hurt anybody.
There's been a
I use the
misunderstanding.
fact that I look like a beast to try to blend in with them.
She looks over at you. Looks you over. The fuck kind of beast are you? Like tiger face paint over here is, first off, that's racist. Second off, what the hell? You're not a lizard. That's not a lizard. You're not a lizard, right?
Damn, I misunderstood the assignment.
Yeah, I think we all fucked up here today. I think it's been a bit. And I turned toward the
And
horned
she
lady
looks
goat.
towards Austin and Valen, who both have, I believe, rabbit ears and kitty whiskers on.
Remember, Shogata is
Shogata.
not isn't a cat person, so he didn't put the whiskers on.
Did he put the
Yeah.
bunny ears on then?
No, that
No.
was Jack.
Okay.
Yeah,
She
Jack
looks
has
over
the
at
bunny
Jack
ears
and
on.
just sits there like, that's more offensive than his tiger face paint. What the hell?
Look.
Are you all trying to piss people off?
Look, this guy apparently has been here before. I take him off and throw him at our illustrious leader, quote unquote.
She deadpan stares at you.
I'm trying not to offend anyone and blend in as much as possible to not draw much attention. Apparently, that's not working. Thank you. I'm sorry for my friend here. The other one, the bigger one, is using some sort of technique to make herself look like that. So you can take what it is. We're just trying to find a red bird, apparently. And this idiot here got bit by your friend there. So I want to apologize for that as well.
You're looking for a parrot.
A red bird?
Intruded
It is
on
sometimes
our home.
on fire.
Sometimes it's on fire. Yeah. Like they
You
said
see
that
her
at the
go
same
from-
time. Like
So you see her go from annoyed to what? You think this is some fantasy book where there happens to be a random bird in the middle of it?
Well, yeah,
This
there's a
is where-
satyr in the middle of the desert. Why can't there be a bird?
Was that a no on the bird?
We're probably,
No, there's
due to her
not.
reaction, it's probably a legendary creature that most likely is either very obscure and only one of, or it's only in legend and has passed away and left only a quote unquote legend behind. So we're probably wasting our time unless you want to keep doing
it's
so.
Just a legend. The only time people claim they see it is when they're suffering from heat starvation. Or heat, whatever your word is for when you're dehydrated. Freaking
Dehydration.
Shinigami and that. She is clearly not very smart, but also is angry. Rephrase. She is very smart, but is angry and cannot talk straight right now.
seeing that everybody else is kind of like doing the equivalent of wearing blackface, and I'm the only one that's not. He kind of steps up because like I really think we got off on the wrong foot here, and my name's Shogata. What's your name?
As an apology, do you want me to cook something for you?
He's a good cook.
The fuck is cook?
So I can take meat
Or
and make it slightly
vegetables.
better. Yeah, make a meal.
You say that. You say you can take me and take it better. You see her eyes narrow. Prove it.
Give me some ingredients, some things to cook.
She walks
can
over
go-
to a one of the dried, or not dried out anymore, but one of the kind of their plants, breaks a branch off and hands it to you.
So
Would cooking go under survival? Can I assist with the cooking with a survival check?
I'm using my feet.
Oh, it's a feat. Can I help with survival or no? Since she's using like
You
stuff
can
on the outside.
You can assist. You will not roll, but it will give him advantage. Basically, he's taking out his cooking supplies, and if he allows you, he just hands you a bunch of shit and goes, "Do this while I do this."
Yeah, I'm using my cooking feat that I have and taking technically a short rest to cook special food for 6 creatures. Could I do so, or do I need to
Yes,
make a roll?
You can.
So make a roll.
Yep, make a roll.
That'd be survival, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Well, it would use your proficiency with the item.
I don't. I have.
For the record, the only reason I'm making you roll right now is because you're using ingredients in an area that you are not familiar with. Usually, you'd just be able to do it because that's what the feat does.
Yeah, advantage or what?
No, the only reason you're rolling is because of the difficulty.
Well, I'm. Vulture said he was helping me.
Oh yeah, so advantage, yes.
Well, 7. 7.
No, crap. Hold on, roll 20 just closed.
Oh, I got a 7 and 1.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's a bad
What?
hit.
That's bad hat. Yeah.
Let's say, do you not have Hold on.
No, I don't. That's wisdom. I don't have wisdom.
You should have proficiency because
don't
you're
have-
using the cooking tools. The cooking tools is its own thing.
I have cooking tools as
Cooking utensils.
yeah, I have them.
Yeah, you have proficiency in them, which means you add your proficiency to it.
So you have 2?
Yeah.
So 9
Okay. Yeah.
because it's a +2.
All right. You begin cooking it up. It is, and she takes a bite of this strange paste you've made of the leaves from the branch, with the actual branch functioning as the spoon. Takes a bite.
It's terrible.
She smacks her lips. So what was that rock stuff you were putting on this?
Hell if I know.
Salt.
Oh, I thought it was just something I gathered from this area.
No. This is salt.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume the kit comes with
Seasoning.
spices that even a god dang British man would have.
It just says cooking utensils.
Okay, we're gonna say it comes with a spice rack.
Okay.
She just sits there, smacking her lips freely, puts it back down. I think you put a little too much. Is my mouth supposed to feel this dry?
No, here's some water. I'm gonna say this out to you. It was shit overall. This was a failed thing. I'm sorry. By the way, I'm gonna roll a D8 for her health.
Also, as this is happening, Vulture, your dog begins moving towards her.
Oh, she gets
damn.
she gets 8 hit points.
Nice. Moving towards
She
her,
does not notice.
like in an angry way, or
He
he's
made
just-
enough for
No,
six
it's just
people.
walking.
Oh, okay.
It's like that puppy curiosity kind of thing.
And he made enough for 6 people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then Valen totally eats. He's gonna try some. It was like when in Rome, you know.
And I walk up to the husband, the husband woman, and try to introduce her to my dog. Man,
She immediately ignores you and looks down. Goes, "Hi, little guy. Aren't you adorable?"
Is there a village behind her? Because I'm about done with this satyr lady.
No, but the dog has gone missing, and the only place you could have seen where the dogs, the wolves, every animal that's been near her that fled came from is in a small cave to the left of you all.
Bet going to the cave.
definitely going to the
Alright,
cave. What the fuck is my
You
dog?
see her go from being nice to the dog to immediately flash stepping in front of all of you. No.
You mean no?
What
I
is
mean,
happening?
no. You
You
are
can't
not
just-
welcome here.
You can't
This
just
is
take
not
a
your
man's
home.
dog. Bro. You can't just take a man's dog.
The dog is still over there.
Oh,
I thought you
you
said the
said it
dog
ran
was
away.
gone.
No,
Yeah, I thought you said it was gone.
she flashed steps
No,
away
before
from the
that.
dog.
Before we
Yeah,
even
before
went
that,
here,
you said the
that-
dog was
No,
gone.
sorry, the other dogs, not hers.
Oh, okay.
Or his,
No.
sorry.
Yeah, my dog.
The one that was the dogs
Gotcha.
and the foxes and everything that were basically complaining to her about you guys. Not his pet.
Oh, you
That
mean
was my
fox,
bad.
not dog.
Yeah, I said the
Gotcha.
wrong word.
All right. So when I go over to the cave and she flash steps and says that I can't, I'd be like, all right, my bad. You know, I'm not gonna break no rules. And I just turn around, go back to where the dog was, you know, make everything cool. I'm not trying to burn no bridges.
She narrows her eyes and just kind of walks back to the group. I'm going to make this clear, just in case you all don't get it. The beasts do not like people here. We do not like people here. We have been
Vulture
here
turns
before
and,
you all came here, and we will be here after you all.
Vulture turns to the group, looks at everybody, raise of hand who wants to get the fuck out of here. Or he raises his hand.
Uh, the show's hand kind of is only half up. Um,
That's 1.5. Anybody else, Vert?
I want to
You
ask
down
her a
with this
quick
quest?
question.
Hmm.
Like after the vote,
Vert?
I don't care either way.
yeah, like I'm leaving after I ask the question. I don't want to be rude.
Yeah,
Point
like if
five.
everybody's leaving, I'm gonna leave
What's-
too. But if we're staying here, I'm staying. So
Jack, how you feel about it? You don't care either way?
Yeah, I only followed you because this was a quote unquote mission on it. So I don't care.
Okay. All right, Valen. Go ahead. Joe, go ahead, ask your question.
We're not taught what happened. Why you would feel so much animosity towards us, and I know it's really entitled to ask, but if you have any kind of book or something that I could read to help me understand why you would do this, why the people in the wildlands feel like this in general. This way I don't have to ask you to like answer me. This way I can find the answer on my own.
She kind of give me an insight roll, and then a persuasion.
Insight then persuasion.
Yep.
All right.
can I help?
Fuck!
With which one?
Persuasion.
Okay, yeah, you can assist.
Yeah, I shit out on that.
Tell me what you do to, like, you gotta contribute somewhat. It can't just be a.
So I unform my dragon self, apologizing for the
Bruce.
offense that I mean to blackface her.
She
Yeah.
seems confused by that term.
Yeah, I don't know how else to say it.
Right?
It's like,
Cultural appropriation.
okay, that makes a bit more sense. She seems less confused once you use that term. It's like literally when you say blackface, she's like, "Is that your term for what some of our fur looks like?" She just seems so confused.
Like I ain't mean to come in here and be all fake beast like,
Oh, okay. People do that with blood. Okay, humans are weird.
Yes, humans are weird.
Anyways, make your persuasion roll with advantage as she seems to be at least somewhat distracted by this.
Here's the thing, just so everybody knows, I have a 10 for charisma, and it is definitely not a skill that I possess. So
Roll it twice.
oh shit!
Oh shit! Roll again, see if you get higher.
Oh, I'll take
Good
that
thing you had
17.
Watch, she narrows her eyes for a second and then goes, "Give me 20 minutes at most," and flash steps away. Do you wait or do you leave?
Fuck God. Show waits. Show will wait. Like if you guys want to like go on without him, that's fine. But Show will 100% wait. He's literally asked her to do this thing. He can't leave. Like
Yeah, because I chimed in, I'm sort of in there with you, so I'm gonna be
Facts.
waiting. But when she disappears, I'm like this little goat business kind of cunty.
I mean, we showed up and like y'all showed up in blackface. Like
You don't know what I
Might
do
have-
with my ass.
you
Might
weren't
I
even
say
blackface. Like
that's part of the trip.
I don't even know how to describe. You weren't even like an animal. You showed up in furry garb,
You showed up.
like
That is a curse.
pretending
I
to be an
didn't have
animal.
fur. That is who I feel I am on the inside.
Goddamn right.
Well, then I apologize. I would not want to impede that or encroach upon your feelings about you in any way.
Wilshire sits down next to his dog, starts playing with him. I guess I'll wait too.
Give me a either insight or animal handling roll for you and your dog real quick. Your choice.
You said insight?
Or animal handling, your choice.
I will go with the insight.
While he's doing that, Sho
Jesus
pulls out
Christ.
a koto, the flute,
Ooh.
the Japanese flute, and does his little thing on her.
All right,
Nice.
you play. It's pretty nice.
I got a 12.
Oh, did you roll performance?
Yeah, I rolled performance, like literally.
Yeah, unless you're going to do anything like really over the top, no need to roll. I'll just say
alright.
you do now. Because let's be honest, at this point, the rolling is just either going to make you feel bad or
Fair. All right, cool. Then, yeah, he's just like playing his code. It's a nice, smooth song, very, very like old world traditional sounding.
nice. All right, you do that. Did you make the roll? Was the insight with the 7-year roll?
Oh yeah, no, I sucked on the insight.
No, I was looking at Lavi.
Oh, yeah, that's my roll.
Okay. Yeah, no, your dog seems fine. It's just there.
It's just there.
Rolls around a bit. And after about, I'm going to say, about 15 minutes, she flashed us back in front of you with a very clearly hastily written book and hands it to you and then leaves. She does not say a word.
He nods and leaves. Like,
What's the book say?
It doesn't have a title on it. That's how quickly this thing was written.
Ah,
This is a bunch of papers she shoved together.
yeah, he puts that like in a safe place and like in the samurai pocket. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
all.
And then you hand that, you do that, and you all start heading back. Is there anything anyone would like to do on the way back, or would we rather skip over the aimless tundra and get back to Soul Society?
yeah, I think I'm just gonna skip over.
Yeah, we're just pretty much shooting the shit. Like, I don't have anything specific to say, but like, actually, this would be when he pulls out the switch.
I would like to collect those leaves that fell from that glowing magic tree.
Make me a perception check when you get back there for what as you're passing.
Perception. Please be not shitty. Wow.
I'm gonna play Mario Kart with Sho.
Yeah, no. When you get there, the leaves that fell off are completely gone. You have no idea where they are.
Cool. All right, go ahead, head back.
Can you ask that tree for some of its fruit?
Gotta find the tree, I guess.
No, you found the tree. You just can't
The
find
tree
the
is there.
leaves.
The leaves that fell are gone. I mean, I can ask it if it wants to give us some fruit.
Let's give it a shot.
All right, so I asked the tree if it wants to give us some fruit
How do you ask?
politely, like Oliver Twist. Please, sir, can I have some more?
Do you actually say, please, can I have some more?
I'd say, please, can I have some fruit?
All right. Make me a dexterity save.
Can I assist on that?
Catch. Nah, they don't. You don't need it. You catch as 3 fruits just fall. Right, we're about to hit you right in the head, and just you manage to catch all of them.
Nice. I'm dexterous as fuck, boy.
They are very strangely colored, but overall have the texture and appearance of peaches.
Got that booty fruit.
Soul fruit acquired.
One of them is a very almost The entirety of it is almost white, save for the inner core, which is this ethereal blue. Another one is a deep amethyst in the middle and a practically pinkish energy flowing from the rest. And the last one is just green.
Can I check to see if they're safe to eat
Sure.
without eating them?
Jack,
Mm-hmm.
would you like to use your chef's tools to assist in this?
Sure. Yeah.
As you have the food abilities. Make a medicine check with advantage.
Ready?
God damn, okay. Everybody be rolling all the 20s. God, yeah, no, these are not only safe to eat, they are you can feel the heft in these. A peach should not be this heavy. You're pretty sure it's gonna be like chewing meat, but it's gonna fill you.
Wait, this isn't one of those smelly fruits that make you want to puke and die when you cut it open, is it?
Oh, the name is durian, and it's the king of all fruit. Okay,
It's disgusting. No one likes it.
it's actually delicious.
You mean the hellspawn of all fruit, right?
I'm telling, it's fucking delicious. Have your
Only
opinions.
only weirdos like that fruit. But let's move on.
Listen, sir.
When it's described as literal, you smell this, you wish you hadn't for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I had a lollipop and it stunk up my whole house. I'm not gonna lie about that. So that is a fact. Durian is a very stinky fruit.
But yeah, no. Yeah. As you all begin walking, you can partake in this food right now if you want, or you can wait. Up to you.
I would say wait because
We should save it.
my curiosity is also peaking about these.
Yeah,
And what they might. Hey,
You could
hey,
say
no
it's
bite.
been picked.
Sorry.
Sorry, that pun was bad. And I should feel
how.
bad.
Wait, we might not have the option of later. I mean, with how the leaves withered, and I mean, objectively, we could say they turned like withered to the point they turned to dust and kind of just away. So maybe we have to eat these fruit like while they're ripe before they go bad. The farther away we get from the tree.
Good
That
idea.
is a good point.
But also, like the tree, it kind of survived on reishi. So if we just keep a constant flow going, maybe we can save it like a refrigerator. If we just keep, pumping energy into it.
I'd rather eat the fruit than pump my juice in it.
Do you
you
want to
guys
do
eat
what
two
he
of
just
them?
described where you're you're eating them? Okay.
I was
No.
gonna make.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna make some sort of like medicine check to look into like the green one's properties.
Yeah, I wanted to check to see if any of them had any like medicinal properties or anything like that as well.
All right. Real quick, are you all going with Vulture's suggestion of pumping these full of Ryatsu in order to keep them from supposedly rotting?
I don't. Show is like I don't have the control to do that. That is a razor thin margin between kabloof and kadust, and that, you know what I mean? Like that is whatever. He's pointing to the tree. Sorry, I know that people can't see me. He's just like that tree. It's riding that line in such a perfect way that it could only be nature that does it. But
not in this wasteland. That thing's flourishing way too much for it to be natural, quote unquote. Someone has to be feeding it.
For
I think it's the goat
Jack.
bit.
For Jack, you know that 12 squad tools can help with
Discerning
doing
things, yeah.
this sort of thing without by focusing it small and sending in bits and pieces rather than wave after wave after wave. It will have to survive until you get back, but it is doable.
Yeah. I want to see what these things are about in full.
yeah.
All right.
So I vote for taking one, splitting it in 3, and eating it, and then saving one for science
There's
and
4
one
of
for
us.
medicine.
5 if you include the dog.
That
I'm
dog.
not
Dog?
feeding my dog the spirit fruit, so it's 4 of us. So yeah, I vote for the splitting the fruit plan and then using the other 2 for science.
But one for science, one for medicine.
Both.
Yeah.
That's both for science.
Yeah, both for science.
Not the way I do medicine.
You know what?
I mean,
that's actually fair. That's actually fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's just
could
if we
always
can
use them.
replant it.
Hey, I could always you check them out and then give one back to you. Yeah, give you more information on it. You know,
We can try to replant the science one or Jack's science one.
I make sure I bite first, just in case it's a devil fruit.
wow, that's something, Thale. That
I
is
respect it.
a different kind of series.
Show's body begins to stretch uncontrollably.
Yeah.
What is this, gum?
Right.
Gum
Go,
gum.
no middle finger, bitch.
It's
All right.
crazy
Little
bastard.
Zanny would like to trip Show into the dirt, into the sand.
Okay.
Wait, what's going on? What happened?
I'm tripping you
Why?
Hilarious.
because you called it a devil fruit and it made me mad.
Oh no, I was joking. You son of a bitch. I'll take it. I'll roll a dex to.
Yeah, you roll dex.
All right. 17.
So you're all splitting one of them into 4, correct?
Yeah.
You're fine. You not even looking up from your switch, feel yourself begin to fall and just kind of roll into it and then immediately jump back up. It's practically seamless, just falls, rolls, jump.
Nice. And then chomp. Eats
You know,
his food.
I do find it funny, but I want to keep these things alive. So can we move, people?
Okay.
Oh, we are
All right.
walking.
Yeah,
We're
we're doing this while
walking.
walking. Like yeah, he just rolled into the trip, kept moving like it's no big deal. Well,
Yeah.
they eat the
You-
quarter of the other fruit.
As
How
you
does
all,
it taste?
Yeah, that's important.
it tastes. Which one did you eat? The blue one, the purple one, or the green one?
You're cutting it, man. Your choice.
I'm gonna say the green one because I
Shit.
feel like those
Oh,
have
sorry,
more
Austin.
in nature.
Shit.
It tastes like a Granny Smith apple.
Oh, they're my favorite.
They're a little too sour for me, but I get why people like them.
A little tart. A little
That's what I'm
tart.
saying. They make the best pies.
I thought you called him a tart. Don't call him a tart.
Now we talking about these. I had some actual apple trees growing up around me, and the only ones I know that stayed green were the crab apples. Nope.
The fuck's a crab apple?
Is there a seed?
There are no seeds.
Damn.
That's weird.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that too.
There are no seeds. Proceeds to move on like this is Jeopardy. Ding. Or no, Wheel of Fortune. But yeah, no. Nothing
Yeah, we
really.
just turn home.
Yep. And as you all head back, you pass a few of the Shinigami. You see the guy who is scared of all of you go like 30 feet left to make sure he does not cross your path.
Or waving frantically at him.
I sent you guys a picture. That is a crab apple.
Oh, those little tiny things.
Yeah,
I only know of crab apples from MASH.
Crabapple Cove.
they're
Shout out.
They are. I would not suggest eating them raw. You can. It's just not the most pleasant thing.
You know, as you all begin re-entering, you pass a few more people who, a few of the people on the edge of Society are just staring at you in wonder, and a lot of them you can tell are looking at the fruit. They are dead on staring. Like,
Can I give them
eventually
the
you hear
finger?
one drunken man just go, "Hey, yo, you gonna share?"
I am quickly moving my ass with the fruits in my hand because I'm
Yeah.
carrying them back
Valen-
to the 12th division.
I give that guy
Show.
the finger.
All right, who's holding the apples? It's got to be one person holds one
Jack
apple and one
has them.
person holds another because nobody has like we're level 1. We don't have that kind of Ryatsu or Ryatsu control. You know what I mean? So it's a
Right.
one
You
holds
should
one.
put
or the
one in-
other.
I
You
bet.
should definitely put one of your samurai fucking tuck.
I wouldn't be
Right.
able to put Ryatsu into there. You know what I mean? And that's what's keeping it alive.
Oh, it
I
reminds
hold-
me. Whoever's okay. So who's holding it?
Well,
I'll
I
hold the
can
purple one.
I can dump my cure wounds into it and also use mending as a cantrip into it.
Mending would not work.
Yeah, I figured. But I got 2
Cure
slots
wounds
for it.
I'll allow.
All
Oh,
right.
actually, I can't hold it. I don't have it.
I have 2
No,
slots.
no. Vulture, you'll be able to. I'll explain in a second. If you want, you can use for Austin. You can use your spell slots to not have to make the roll.
So both of them or just one?
With how long this journey is, both of them.
Okay, both are being used.
All right, Vulture. I need you to make me a wisdom check with the one you're holding. Also, I need to know which one are you holding
The purple
before you
one.
roll. All right.
Yeah,
You said a wisdom check.
Yeah,
shows
wisdom
moving-
save.
Oh, save.
Hold on. Can I use what is this called? Guidance?
Yes. Yes, you may.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
Vulture, add a D4 after you roll. Remember, wisdom save, not wisdom check.
No. All right, hold on. Go back to the thing.
Oh, all right. I see. It's the little square under the thing, not the attribute
Yeah.
itself. All right.
Okay, what? Oh, saving throws. Okay, got you.
Mhm,
Yeah,
wisdom.
Wisdom. And then add a D4.
Yes.
Okay, that one I have to do first.
18 minimum, 21 at best.
Oh, you
It,
rolled okay. Okay. 3, so 20. You have a pretty easy job with Vet or Vert assisting you, occasionally letting you know when you're putting a little too much in and when you're putting in a little too not enough. Just giving
Right.
you pointers and occasionally adding a little bit of her own in the mix, which, while not very well advised, does seem to do well. And by the quick question, are you going to 12th squad with these, or are you going to the mansion?
I'm
Going to the mansion.
I'm going to the 12th.
All right. Would anyone like to go with Austin, or is because I think Red's a
I'll
Vulture.
go. Yeah, I'll go with Austin, and this way they go where they go.
All right, and that at that point you branch off slightly,
Mhm.
and you watch as for Vulture and Red. By the time you get there, you look down at the fruit and realize it is a completely different color. The core is now a very deep maroon with a few flecks of this glowing, practically neon blue, while the outer parts of the peach are very much so now peach-like fruit, are now a strange golden hue. The texture is overall the same as shape, but the color has definitely changed.
And I have the peach, right?
Yeah, that's the peach.
Nice, sweet.
All right.
Can I start
And
medicining it up?
yes, you may. You may add guidance as you knew this was coming.
Word. Do I use medicine?
Yes.
Hand over the peach to Vert and let him do his thing.
Jesus Christ.
Word.
Then a die for. How do I do that?
Just
There's
add-
a D, or you can slash
I'm gonna do it
roll
in the 20.
1d4. Yep, there you go.
I got a 10.
All right. It's a fruit. It changes color for some reason. You're not really sure of any medicinal value other than the fact that this is a very nutrient-rich fruit. So let's say you have a patient who is sick and has a hard time eating a certain amount of food, or if they, heaven forbid, have a shrunken stomach, this is something you could give them where it would not fill up their stomach too much, but still give them the nutrients they need to continue to, well, live and go throughout the day. Outside of that, not much medicinal here that you can tell. You can definitely tell it reacts to your Ryatsu.
Would it cure scurvy?
Hold on, I gotta look up peaches real quick. Things
mean-
I never thought I would have to look up for a D&D section.
Would I be able to use a survival check to see if I can
They
return it?
could help with scurvy.
Cool.
What was
Would
that?
I be able
Vulture?
to use, would I be able to use my survival or nature check to see if I can I guess propagate this fruit? See if I can regrow it.
Sure.
Which
Can
one?
I help?
What were your two options, Vulture?
Nature or survival? Oh,
Nature.
nature.
I would
Red,
like to
you
help
may
him with
assist.
the nature.
Actually,
What?
Red, fucking Vert. Do you? What's your nature? I don't know if
It's
I
a
can.
+3. It's one of my proficiency.
Let's revert this. Can you do it for me and I'll help?
All right.
Awesome. Do the thing.
So am I doing it with advantage?
Yes.
All right.
Holy fuck. 999. Let's go. There we go. 21.
Yeah, I'll firmly take that 21.
You take a bet on this because, as you saw eating earlier, it has no real seed in it, and you all begin. You did, however, notice it is reacting to your Ryatsu, so you would get an idea to try and flood it with the Ryatsu in order to try and make more spawn, be that seeds or maybe, who knows, making this thing split off by mitosis. It's a weird magic fruit. No one knows how the fuck this works. Would you like to try to do that, or
Devil
you're
of
gonna
a
leave
fruit.
it as is?
I'm gonna try to do that, I believe, unless Vulture can think of something.
Only way forward is through, man. Unless I can dump my Ryatsu in it and you can see what happens. Stand back and be prepared.
I can try. You got it all the way here. I can at least do this last bit.
Well, okay. Well, can we both put our Ryatsu in it? Just to having the
Would that be
strain
better?
on us.
I feel like
would-
that would make it explode.
Mm-hmm.
We would.
Mhm.
We both have to have good control with it, but I guess
Yeah.
doing one is better than. Yeah, because there's only a chance for one of us to fuck up if one
Yep.
of us do it. So, go ahead.
What am I rolling?
Wisdom save.
Or the one I'm good at?
Do that thing. Hey.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
You start flooding your Ryatsu in this, and you do, you see it change drastically because you were sitting there for a good long while on this. So much so that Vulture, you full healed.
Fucking right.
While this is going on, you are flooding this thing with Ryatsu and doing it slowly and at this steady pace that you are trying so hard to not fuck up. You are practically hyperfixating. It gets to the point where you are so fixated on not screwing it up that by the time you stop, you only now notice that it now looks absolutely nothing like a peach. Vulture, what you saw throughout the process of this was the fuzziness of it start to fade away, and soon it was round and smooth, much like an apple. But after that, some of the gold started to disappear as more flecks of neon blue and dark red, maroon started spreading across this. And eventually you saw it start to bulk up and slim before starting to grow various spikes across the exterior of the fruit, with the dark maroon making up a bulk of it, and the edges of the spikes being practically laced in this neon blue flame-like thing that has now produced what, as far as you can all tell, a dragon fruit with one seed next to it.
Holy fuck, we did it.
Word. So like, can I like plant the seed into Lavi's backyard garden type thing?
There's the backyard. There's also a botany area that the Chiru stated he has.
Oh,
Installed
bet.
there.
I'm gonna use the botany area instead.
All right. When you go there, you actually see Chiru there just kind of meditating. He has his Zanpakuto out of its sheath, but laying in his lap. He is notably doing something that anyone of common sense wouldn't do, which is holding it by the blade in both hands and just kind of sitting there.
I'm gonna interrupt his meditation and just be like, I don't know if you can tell because your eyes are closed, but you're holding the sword on the wrong end.
I'm what? Oh, yeah, no, he likes that.
All right, whatever floats your boat, bro. I'm just gonna plant this plant here and dip.
Oh, you have a new plant? How
Yeah,
interesting.
we
Hold
got
on,
it from
trying
the
to
land of
remember
beasts.
Chiru's voice. There we go. All right. So, where did you get this plant?
We got it from the land of the beasts. There was this little tree, and it told me how to meet a village. We met a cunty goat woman, and then on the way back, I asked it for some fruit, and it gave us 3, and I grew a seed from it.
You see his eyebrows raise more and more and more as you continue on the story of what happened. Is anyone else here with you?
Yeah, Lavi's here, I think.
What's good here?
You both exaggerate stories. Show just watch him walk off. Just he clearly knows you both tend to say a bit more than what happened and continues to move on, trying to find show. Honestly, he did, but reputation is reputation. Cutting away, speaking of the devil, and they shall appear, Valen and Austin both make it to the 12 squad barracks. I assume you are going to one of the testing areas.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right. Let's see. For this, I assume you're just wanting to see how it reacts to stuff.
I want to do a full range of tests as much as I can.
Oh, okay. You're going everywhere then.
Oh, yeah.
In that case, you start off in the focusing area to try and just get, I would say, a bit more react into this in order to try and get this working. And apologies. The first person you run into down here, you see is just another rank and file, faceless, one of the unseated members of 12 Squad, has just finished messing with this little crystal he has in his hand and notices you all, looks towards Show. You need this, boss man? Valen, you are muted again.
Shows like yes, we need he kind of thinks it's a full spectrum analysis. Kind of looks over at Jack real quick to make sure he said the right thing.
He's focused on the fruit.
Yes, full spectrum analysis, which Jack has already begun. We are we have our private research that we're trying to ascertain at the moment It's hush hush, all very secret. I'm sure you understand.
Yep. Bye. He just leaves. This is a dude who's like, give me an insight check, actually.
Oh, yes, sir. Insight into your mama.
Kinky.
Ooh,
Nice. 19.
damn it.
You at first it's just like it seems like he doesn't want to get in the way and wants to get out of here. But after a bit, after he leaves, you begin to realize the look in his face was kind of, you get the feeling his test was not approved and that he was not supposed to be down here. And so he was afraid Mr. Son of Captain was about to report.
All right, yeah. No, he's not. But he does. I do use my ability to cast Bless. Will Bless help us in our endeavor in this?
What does Bless do again? Because I'm not familiar with that spell.
It's a save. It's a bonus on saving throws, I think.
Yeah. For saving throws.
Saving throws would not.
What?
It would if saving throws would not. Guidance would help here, but I don't think as a wizard you have access to that.
I ain't got that one.
I believe the artificer does, but that depends on if he's picked it or not.
No, I don't have that. I have mending.
All right.
and
Feel free
green
to
flame.
just assist.
I do have the spell Absorb Elements. If that can in some way help us, I don't know what. That's the only thing I
That
can
would
think of.
help if there's some sort of catastrophic failure with the equipment.
That's kind of
You could try to mitigate some of the explosion.
All right,
I just realized the two people who are good in wisdom went together, and the two people who are good in intelligence went together.
Yeah, that works. That was pretty
All
dope.
right,
So
as you begin using these tools,
investigation.
intelligence saving throw.
Oh,
I'm leading this.
Because this
Yeah,
is
you are.
at the moment you just trying to see if the tools will even work.
you got a +5 too, right?
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay.
For the record, it's whatever your spell saving throw is, basically.
Yeah, it's intelligence.
So in this case, yep, intelligence. You all
Is that-
made that a lot easier on me. Thank you.
Roll normally. Shite. 8.
All right.
You begin
Doesn't
using
he
it,
get-
and
Advantage because I'm helping.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
But-
that's why I didn't roll.
do your thing.
22.
Yeah, it's one hell of a difference.
Fucking what I'm talking about, baby.
Yeah, no, you perfectly with this. You strategically infuse like pockets of Reatsu into this. If you were doing what you would be doing right now normally, even for a high-level Shinigami, not necessarily a lieutenant or higher, but for most seated officers, you would be running a big risk of this thing exploding. But thanks to the delicate equipment you have, you are able to thread basically small little veins that connect a series of pools of Reatsu together to where when one runs out, the next one will open up and keep feeding it so that you can continue the rest of your tests.
Perfect.
As you do this, the thing doesn't seem to really change color much. You're not sure if this is part of the actually no, for you haven't seen change color, so this is completely normal. It looks the same.
So,
Ooh,
do-
can I?
throughout the-
Sorry,
What's up?
Austin, you first.
I was gonna ask throughout the tests, what do I discover about this thing,
All right.
and how
Um,
far can I
Then
go?
before that, can I cast Bless on the fruit to help it not fuck up?
Sure.
Like, it's a saving throw. I'm assuming there'd be some kind of like.
Oh no, it's not going to be taking saving throws. You've basically
Fuck. All right. That was
you
what I was gonna
basically
try.
put batteries in it.
That's what I was trying to do. All right, never mind. So we'll continue with the test.
The next part for an all-purpose examination is going to be cutting off a small section and doing ye olde microscope.
Okay, dexterity.
Yes.
I
Dexterity
should probably
save?
take this one. Oh, he got it.
I have a +2.
My dex is +3, so
Mm.
I'll take it, and then you give me advantage.
Sure.
All right.
I don't have it trained though. I have
Goof.
con.
This is why I need. No. It literally teetered off the 19. It was so disrespectful.
You all begin to cut into it,
Fuck.
and as you do, you actually hit one of the pockets of Reatsu and just blow a good half of this thing over the floor.
Can I
There's
use
still the-
in that moment, because it's a reaction, to use absorb elements to mitigate some of that, so that I
You
can
can
save
use
as
it
much
to
of the fruit
mitigate
as possible.
The most you'd be able to do is stop it from getting on the floor, and you would absorb some of the Reatsu, as well as some of the fruit, weirdly enough.
Do that thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it because I'm trying to save as much
All
as
right.
I can.
Cast the spell and then tell me what you rolled.
Oh, I got all 6, baby.
Nice. All right. You can, as you realize what you've done in a split second, you quickly mutter an incantation and throw out what is supposed to be a Bakudo meant to just kind of push other Kido, not off of you, but away, so that instead of hitting you in the middle of the chest, it hits your shoulder or something like that. For your case in this, however, you end up, there is no mess, even though there really should be. You absorb both the Ryatsu coming out and the juice, weirdly enough, which is strange because it's like drinking it, but through your skin.
All right.
You feel very energized.
He is reverse sweating.
Yeah, right.
God, that's a cursed concept.
Like when gingers put on suntan oil or screen, and that shit just sucks right into the skin. But yeah, he's a little freaked out because he just, drank juice through his skin. But he kind of looks at Jack like, "You okay?"
I'm I'm trying to focus on this thing to not pop it.
All right, so we got a little more we can do. Let's keep it up. This is just a minor setback. Science, right? You're the science guy.
I want to think that silence was in character.
Yeah.
It definitely was. He's like, "I hate you."
Yeah.
But yeah, no. You do afterwards manage to take what little bit spilled out and go, this will do. We have less to work with now, but the objective was technically not lost.
True.
And you look at it under a microscope, it's most things in Soul Society, it's made up of reishi. It's very dense, though. Very dense. Like, you could chuck this at someone, it would probably do as much damage as your pebbles. Or it used to until it popped. But yeah, after that, you have multiple avenues you can go with this. I'm going to let you decide. You can...
think we could use this as a catalyst for an increased concentration, like more or less we put this in there, add our own, what we'll say for me, and he makes like, he holds his fireball in his hand, and he's like, essentially like add this to that to create an even more potent version of it.
That's one avenue. We could also, instead of damage or hurting people, we could have it as an explosive healing ordinate.
Ooh.
Or we could have it as a sort of terrain manipulation object as well. We could also have it as some sort of slowing effect because it's dense. This thing would...
At this point, you hear a small behind you.
Shit.
What are you all doing? As you all see a very familiar face.
Hello, Captain.
Hello, Jock?
Jack.
Jack, my bad.
I don't expect you to remember it. I'm low on the totem pole as it is. Anyways, you were asking, I'm going to tell. we found this fruit in the Beastland. We brought it back. We have three. We had three. We ate one, and I have one here. The other one's at my place, well, at my new place. And this thing is dense in reishi. So
And
I'm trying to figure out
tastes
how to
delicious.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, it
So I'm
does.
trying to figure out how
How
to
much
use it.
would you be willing to trade it for?
I can trade you the information I get for assistance.
Well, it's
'Cause-
also not just singularly yours. We agreed what we would do with these, so we would still have to agree with what happens with them. This is
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying information. The data we get from this.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Well, you are using my lab. I would get the information anyways.
True.
But I'm willing to, so long as, of course, your group is okay with it. And trust me, I can get approval. You see a clockwork bird fly by almost on cue as he says that.
Fucking little bitch.
They're adorable, aren't they? Anyways, I can get their approval if you request, and I'd be willing to give you all a few trinkets we've made around here. What do you say?
I want to be part of it. I want to be part of this delving into this thing.
Yeah, he may be more science-minded than I am, but I guess I'm a little more skeptical than he is.
Look, dude, he's one of the best in the best in this field. I'm taking what I can get.
Best.
And
I mean-
anyways, if we don't give it to him or give him what he wants, he's going to take it anyways. He's a
He
captain.
nods. He nods, just like, yeah, no, that's what's gonna happen.
You expect us to play ball with a captain and win? Fuck off. No, we're not.
You play a different game than I do. And he kind of stands up and goes, you may be a captain, but there is one way that we are more close to equals than you and Jack, and you and I both know it. We're asking for consideration. They don't treat us like insignificance. You don't just take because you want. We will give if we decide. And the data's yours anyway. You have all you really need. You're just doing this to insert your dominance. And you're doing it to the wrong person. My father's way scarier than you.
Did you think you cared about such things?
I don't.
Oh, well.
But it comes in handy, and you and I both know it's the only way we're getting out of here.
I gotta admit, I like this side of you. Although I have a feeling your father wouldn't approve, I'm not a fan of him either.
There we agree.
But tell you what, usually I am within my rights, as this is a rare sample that I can't afford to just send people out on. So as long as you share the data and share with me where you got this from, and most importantly, how, I will let you do as you see fit with it.
If you can guarantee that this thing stays alive while I draw you a map, sure, go ahead.
Deal.
Gladly. You watch as he begins to wave his hands in the air and mumbles some stuff under his breath. Down. You don't even need to roll. Sho hears us, and he knows from the length of the incantation alone, this is a very high level keto, but it's also not one of the listed ones.
Oh, shit.
Which either means it's in the you shouldn't be cast in this category, or as is more likely for Troll Squad, he made this shit up.
Can I, in the moment, use I guess Arcana check to try and, I don't want to say like memorize the spell, but like some of the words and things like that?
Perception.
Perception?
Because he's currently mumbling it.
That's okay. I'll take my shot. Oh, I'll take that 19.
All right. You make out a few words, something about roaring time, rending space, and a force unseen.
So like all the diamond and pearl?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna be honest there. I'm gonna be honest where I get my inspiration from. That's my favorite gem. There's always gonna be a little reference in there.
I love it, bro. I'm here for it.
And you watch as he proceeds to go, don't touch it for the next minute and it will grow back to its original size. Not so sure on density, unfortunately. I haven't had a chance to look at it.
Oh, you could have taken a look at before you did this. Or you mean in detail? Probably in detail. My bad.
Yeah, the look he wants means we know look no anymore. So we'll take this with
I shall
gratitude.
leave you to your lonesome. I will send an assistant down in a bit in case you need help, and I will also send a messenger to your friends. And you watch as he flash steps away. And now, let me make sure I got you on the correct.
Proceeds to shit a proverbial brick. It's like, I was only like 30% sure that would work. I was really playing with our lives on that one.
I don't like gambles. That's why I'm in this business.
We got our fruit. We got our fruit.
All right, and eventually you, after a while, about a minute passes, and you have seen the fruit go back to its old shape, but now it's a different color, the part that regrew. Now it is a strange, almost silverish gray that just kind of seems to swirl around in place. And as he heads, and from upstairs, you hear the very droll, bored voice of the lieutenant. Go downstairs, help them, and extinguish the goddamn cigarette. You know you're not supposed to be smoking those in there. Yeah. And as walks down, a Shinigami in a very simple robe with piercings on his left ear and a pair of glasses covering his eyes. He walks down, looks at you two, and goes, "Oh God, fucking damn it!" You all, it takes you a second, and you recognize this man. This is Mr. Broke Balls. This is the guy who somehow fended off 3 people while undergoing a factory reset.
Oh my God, fucking Jeff, my boy.
I don't know. Jeff was the guy who took a sword to the chest and kept fighting.
Oh yeah, fucking Jeff.
This is the guy who cut Jeff.
Got you.
And he just goes, "Oh, so what are we experimenting with?"
Apparently changing colored fruit.
Oh, this is one of the what's that word? What's the word for relaxation that isn't relaxation? Like the kind of activity? I'm blanking completely.
I have no idea. Yoga?
No. It's like a kind of activity. Yeah, whatever.
Meditation?
No. Like it would be used as an adjective, not as a noun.
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah. Whatever. It's one of the extra credit assignments. Got it. Okay. What are we doing with this? And as he walks over, you see him step in the ground and notice a bit of spillage and goes, "That's rather sticky."
Yeah, it's very dense. It's very dense.
You watch as he has. You hear "taste delicious." You watch as he pokes the slime on the floor and licks it.
It's good.
Yeah, surprisingly sweet.
I hand him a notepad that I have been taking notes on everything about this thing that I've done so far.
You may want to write down. Flavor apparently changes. It was not sweet when you all had it.
Okay, I got that down. And I make addendum.
Oh, that's right. It was tart.
It was tart.
Yeah, I make an addendum on it that says after 12th Captain used self-made spell.
And he goes, "All right, so any plans for what you want to do with it, or are we just poking and seeing what happens?"
All information we can get from this thing.
All right.
How it reproduces, how we could use it, how we could
curiosity
get more from it. Does it? I've heard of like on Earth there's a willow tree where you can just snap a branch off and like plant it, or like an aloe plant. You can snap a piece off of that and plant it, and it'll just grow into a whole new plant.
He goes, oh yeah, aloe vera. We got tons of those in
And-
Florida.
Yeah.
So if you had the tree, that would work, but I don't think it's going to work with a fruit. And quick question for Red. Would you share the information you currently have on the fruit? Because the messenger bird is also asking you for information.
Yeah, I share everything I got.
All right. A bird flies in soon after, one of the infoscanical birds, and drops a little paper with information on how to make these reproduce.
Hmm.
Oh, good. We have more than one test subject.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm just happy theirs survived. Seems like they planted it already. That's good.
It also says, you will see a few more notes. It's a dragon fruit now. I don't know why.
Okay, this thing is a very jack of all trades, apparently, fruits. That is very interesting. Apparently,
Seems like this thing could, if it's this flexible, we can make damnably anything with it.
better armor, better weapons. Well, actually, we could infuse it into our weapons, infuse it into pretty much anything.
That's not a bad idea, actually. I don't know how Soul Society is going to think about messing with our Zanpakuto, but we kind of do that all the time in 12 Squad.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, if they are so against it, we could infuse it into the sheaths to strengthen the swords naturally, quote unquote naturally, you know?
What if you're Zanpakuto and you see him pull out his swords, and even out of the sheath, they're wood, they're boken, they're training swords. You know,
Wait a second, those are your Zanpakuto? I thought you just didn't take us seriously.
You have two?
Yep.
You have two.
Yeah.
How the hell did that happen? Is that like a rich person program? Can I?
No, nobody in my family has two either. It's really, it just happened. I picked when like it awoke to be the Zanpakuto that it is. It just split in half and turned to wood. Everybody else has.
That seems like both an upgrade and a downgrade at the same time.
Well, the fact that there's two of them alone says something about you, which is very unique. The fact that it's wood states that it could be very nature-based, thus very flexible and inflexible at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, how long have you been in Shinigami for?
You tell me, DM.
You've been so for about a year. You're enough to be experienced, but your Zanpakuto should not be changing at this point at all.
It changed. Well, he was the only one that changed the second it it got into his, like it takes in Yuratsu. Like literally the second it touched his sword just split and turned to like.
Oh, the first time you trained doing meditation. Wow. Okay, so he's like, wait, you're saying like this isn't a new thing. They've been like that since you got them?
Yep.
Okay, so this could be entirely unrelated to your Shikai.
Don't tell this to the captain.
Yeah, he will take take
He will take him.
Yeah, just
so even he's crazy, but not that stupid.
There's a difference. Even
look, if you think he is crazy, you should meet the guy that came before him. That man wore face paint everywhere. It was so weird. Broke Balls McGee has been here a while. Has also been an unseated member for a while.
Yeah.
All right, and he goes, all right, so for now, let's see if we can get this to...
I was muted. Sorry, it just seems like if this can be absorbed into wood, all of a sudden it seems pertinent. It's not something I generally like to share.
Wait. You did something earlier, and all that juice absorbed into you.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Could that be a component of your Zanpakuto?
So, fun fact about absorb elements: the next time he swings those, he deals that much damage. in whatever the fuck damage I'm going to decide this does, because I didn't think anyone was going to absorb elements it. Fuck.
Juice damage.
That's what you get for thinking.
Juice damage.
Oh yeah.
Who got that juice?
I'm gonna
Well,
fucking murder
some
something
damage.
accidentally.
Well,
Passing
you
damage.
said there was green, purple, and red, right?
And silver.
Well,
Now
it's silver now, but
okay.
Half of it is silver. The other half is still the original blue and white.
so what about lightning then, or water? Because if you're going based on the color,
The guy's going to go, okay, first, let's get this to split, and then we'll test and see how certain elements react to it.
well, if he could swing his blade, and that could tell us something as well.
Shit, that's actually not a bad idea.
I quickly run out to get a dummy.
No. He grabs one of the mechanical birds. You know what to do.
Yes, yes.
All right. Yeah, sure.
Swing on this thing.
He's like, do it. He's like, all right.
You-
This is sweet, yeah.
12th squad, peer pressure, let's go.
13, does that hit?
Yeah, that is. Thank you very much.
Sweet.
And roll damages.
Damage. Oh. 5.
5 piercing
six.
and then 6.
11. What kind of damage is it?
Force as you watch as you hit this thing, and your sword just erupts with the juice just coming out as a focused ball, and immediately hits this thing. And make me a intelligence saving throw real quick.
Oh, all right, sweet. I got. Well, I say that knowing the dice can. Oh yeah.
You feel something stir inside of you, and the feeling it gives is very similar to when your father is judgmentally watching you from the side. It is not a comforting feeling.
Oh, geez. I think I know where that's from.
Yeah. He puts his swords away.
You and Balls Broke McGee, who you have not gotten his name yet, proceed to watch as at first the blade hits it and it just kind of just bounces away, but then almost a second afterwards, this condensed ball of water just slams into it, and the core of the bird explodes as its wings and legs fall to the ground.
I'm gonna write massive force damage in
Shot ball of juice.
yeah, and also blue in parentheses as well attached to it. Color may discern type.
Blue juice.
Yep, no. And after that, I'm going to give you both the option to either use. Let me see what tools you both have access to real quick.
I have
Actually, if you could both tell me, I'd appreciate it.
alchemy supplies, brewer supplies, cooking tool utensils, thieves, and tinkerers.
Tinker, alch, brew, cook. What was the last one?
Thieves.
Thieves. Okay. Valen, do you have seen any tools?
1 second. I think I do.
It should be at the bottom near your armor and weapons.
Well, there's one that says like you have proficiency, and then there's another for the items that you have, right?
There's armor, weapons, tools, and languages.
Oh, I see it down here.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, the only tool I'm proficient with is the disguise kit.
All right.
which I did not
I
know.
will give you an option to use the Tinkerer's tool to see if this can be used as some kind of, for lack of a better term, gadget that spreads the juice around the area to try and capture things. Alchemy can be used to see how it reacts with other things. Brewers can be something consumable as well as cooks.
Can
And-
I have a thought for
What's
how
up?
can my knowledge of disguise kit, which is not only like it doesn't just take like, oh, I'm going to paint my nose red and be a clown. It takes the texture of the skin into consideration. It takes the oiliness. It takes a lot of things into consideration. Like the way certain colors or certain components have to be involved. Like, yes, I'm digging a little deep here, but I'm asking if that has any bearing.
What are you meaning to do with that? Like, are you trying
if
to examine?
I can like help kind of smooth things out, like create like a paste, like a base, like for makeup or something like that. Like if I wanted to do blue face.
You mean infra blue face?
Well, like if I took like a bunch of fucking, I don't know, what a blue flower.
Are you trying to see if painting it would change how it works?
In my head, to be proficient with a disguise kit, you have to be able to make the things in it, like the powders and the creams and things, to change your skin color, your tone, maybe like some glue for hair and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking if I can use the disguise kit to like create a paste, to help create a paste that helps move it along whatever it's on, to help it absorb better.
Sure.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to do.
All right, so what were my options again?
Balls Boy is currently taking the fruit to try and get it to reproduce. Would anyone like to assist him, or?
Sure.
All right. He, through a lot of effort and a very slow, methodical pace, gets it to create a single seed, which he kind of just puts in his pocket to plant later.
We're gonna study that thing.
Mm-hmm.
You want to study the seed?
Yeah,
I want to study everything about this thing.
we have a botany, a whole botany setup back in our barracks that would be perfect for this.
Well, we
right.
already have one there.
I'd say
I know, but that's it's better. They can do the studies, but we can keep the seeds.
They're gonna also study it here. This is the whole point. I want to study it here with more tools.
all right.
Well, yeah, the whole reason I set up with the captain is so that we could leave with it.
We're leaving with the bloody fruit,
Yeah, that's what.
not the seed. I want to study the seed and everything. I want to stay here. You can go.
I mean, he's been helping. Like,
Yeah, I know, but like he's telling him, I want to study more. I'm staying here to study it.
That's fine. I was just saying, like, if we can possibly get them back together, there might. I don't know. I just wanted to bring the seed back to the botany plant.
Tell you what, we'll look over this, then you can take this back. I want the fruit to stay here, though, and see how much we can change it, because I highly doubt we can affect it at this stage that much.
Well, if our two companions were able to change the fruit entirely from this to a
We don't know
dragon
that.
fruit.
Oh, wait, yeah,
Actually,
we do.
did.
We got that information. That's right.
Yeah. That means that someone on our level can change it.
Sure.
All right. So, for the sake of brevity, I'm going to say, going through the same set of tests, you notice the seed is just as dense as literally just as dense as the fruit. You're pretty sure you could use this as a substitute for your pebbles if you wanted. It otherwise is a normal seed. It doesn't really seem to have anything special about it. It seems like most of the special properties come either from when the fruit blooms or its environment. You're not sure. That will have to involve planting both seeds and seeing what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Glasses goes, all right, so just as a suggestion, and you can ignore me on this if you want, I don't care, but maybe leave one of the seeds here in a controlled environment, and we'll compare it to yours as well as the original fruit and see if its environment changes or if it's just some sort of special seed.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Are you both okay with that?
He kind of goes, yeah, sure. I guess I can make a compromise, but I felt a weird pull when I didn't know how to describe this, and I'm sorry. I'm not like a scientific guy like you. But when I expelled the energy that I had absorbed, I felt this really weird pull like inside me, and it did not feel great. It was not a pleasant feeling. And but
you
what if it's because of the part of the other fruit that we ate reacting with me absorbing this fruit?
wait, you ate one of the fruits?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
divided
I'm-
one of them. We had 3. We
I'm
ate
pretty
one.
sure you just described indigestion.
I mean, that's not how it feels. I know indigestion. I've had Indian food. Like
How is
But
it? I've never gotten to try it.
oh, it's so good. It's worth anything.
Well, you think on it. We're gonna plant this one here for studies.
No.
I'm gonna stay here with the fruit. I can always get messenger birds or whatever.
For the sake of brevity, for the remaining little bit of the session, is there's one important bit I want to get to.
Okay.
We're going to skip over this. You plant seed here. Valen, dang it. Show and Jack are given captain's orders, permission to view this case whenever they want. This is something you are free to do during any off time you have at any point during this campaign.
Okay.
This includes making more things when you get to that stage, and of course, making new stuff if you want to continue experimentation.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
eventually, at some point in the night, because you unfortunately are Shinigami and thus need to, you rest. And each of you has a very peculiar dream. We are going to start with Vulture.
Noise.
Vulture, you lay down to sleep in your little shack that is separate from the mansion. It's not as big or flashy, but it's very homey, comfortable. You, after spending a day with your dog snuggles up to you. It's adorable. And you go to sleep next to it. And in your dream, you're back at the orphanage. It's on fire again.
Or do I? This is like an interactive dream where I'm just seeing
You can
everything.
interact.
Okay. Fucking orphan. Sorry, I'm just spelling orphanage. So the orphanage is on fire. Am I inside or outside?
You're outside. This is, you know this. This is where you first saw the bird.
Right. And I just sit there, gazing at the fire, wanting to run in, but knowing I can't do anything to help anybody. So I just kind of sit on the outside and stare at it.
All right. And as you do, you watch as the bird flies out yet again. In this version, though, it's different. Rather than the red with yellow highlights, this one's entirely yellow. And the black or the red parts of the flames have turned pitch black. You watch it flies through the air and lets out this mighty, huge screech. That part is the same as you remember it. The dog on fire falls out yet again in front of your lap. And the bird proceeds to fly off. I would like you to make a perception check.
Cool. Well,
With disadvantage.
okay. How would I do that?
You roll twice and take the smaller one.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, sorry. Skills, perception, and perception. Goddamn. So I'll take the 16.
16. You watch as the bird proceeds to fly away. You've lost track of it. Well, actually, no. You managed to keep on it a little bit longer than you remember, but you still lose track of it yet again. Every time you get a little bit closer, you feel like it just barely stays out of reach until eventually it's suddenly miles and miles ahead of you.
I just hold my dog start crying and look up to the sky, try to find the bird. But I just console my dog and try to, heal it and everything I did pretty much last time.
All right. You do so. You can see your dog is shaking. That's about it. But it doesn't seem as hurt as you remember it being. But the wounds are definitely still there. Next up, we will have Vert. For Vert, your character, I have a feeling, just goes to bed after thorough experimentation and desperately trying to convince Chiru that you are not fucking with him. After the messenger bird came in, he feels pretty convinced, and after a small lecture on please do not leave the Serete for no reason, proceeds to let it go and let you continue your thing and offers to help if you all need assistance. After that exhausting conversation, you lay down and you, in your dream, are in this strange stony area. But it doesn't feel like you're stuck in a cave. It is carved. It is decorated. You see banners everywhere. They're with red and gold and blue and silver, various seemingly factions, but it's barren and empty.
Do I recognize any of the factions on the banner?
Nope. They just seem to be random banners. No real detail to them. Just there and look fancy.
Okay. Is there like anything around or just completely empty with banners?
You feel like there's something here, but you do not see anyone.
Can I like go searching for it?
Yes. You begin giving me I'd say perception check with advantage.
Advantage?
Yes.
Oh my Jesus. Oh my God. I rolled 2 1s.
Wow.
You are walking around this barren land, this strange underground civilization for what feels like forever. It's that strange dream kind of sense of time where you're fairly certain that sense of time is not actually past, but your dream brain is telling you that sense of time is definitely past. You've also noticed some of the areas beginning to loop. You go into the houses, they're barren, there's nothing in there. Occasionally there's a table. And then at one point you trip on one of the bridges and tumble over. And as you hit the ground, you land with a thud. But you don't wake up like you usually do right before you hit the ground. And you don't feel pain. And now you see just someone looking over at you. A long, gray-haired or silver-haired woman in a strange mask with various red tribal tattoos covering her back, who just exhales this long wind of smoke. And you see her look at you and start talking to you, but you hear no words. Her lips are moving, but there's absolutely nothing. Do you say anything?
Yeah. I asked her if she can understand me, what's going on, the usual sort of thing.
Just kind of tilts her head and looks confused, waving her hands about a bit, and then you watch as her nails begin to grow into practically talons, like waving her hands erratically as if she's getting frustrated, and keeps motion towards where her ears are. And eventually she just lets this long breath out and the smoke consumes you. And you do not have another dream until you wake up in the morning.
Well, that was a weird dream.
Jack, you follow the 12 squad tradition of falling asleep in the middle of your experiment.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's looking at a slightly altered piece under a microscope. Nothing bad is going to happen for leaving that, hopefully, but your mind was just too exhausted to deal with this at all. And as you nod off to sleep, you find yourself in this world of glass. And it's strange. You can see things off in the distance, but they're refractions of refractions of refractions, like you're looking through several layers of glass, each bending light in different directions. And you can't really make out what the objects in the distance are, but they practically seem to demand your attention.
Are they multiple objects or just one that's demanding the attention?
You can't tell. You can't tell if it's one object being shown in various different angles due to bouncing light, or if it's a lot of similar looking objects. They're all gray, you can tell yourself that, but that's about it.
I don't suppose I have any of my equipment on me, so I'm just going to study their movements as best I can and discern what I can.
All right, make me a perception check.
All
right. It is very hard to tell what these things are or what it is they're doing. Even the movements seem a little weird, but you can tell they're floating in something, or maybe they are floating. They're not moving in a way that implies they're bending or twisting or lifting, just that it's kind of moving around with some unseen momentum behind it. And eventually you become aware of another presence in the room that seems to be watching you.
The darkness is staring back in terms, right?
Not from the darkness. It is as if someone else is in the room.
You know, like
glass. Who knows what it is?
Could I tell which direction? I don't think it's from the.
It's behind you.
Like directly behind me, like
a few feet.
I turn my head so I can see if in the reflection.
You see if you're looking through a reflection, you see a small person in a hood with goggles on top of the hood, just kind of looking at you. Their hands are sitting in their pockets. They don't seem to be moving. They're just kind of there.
Can I discern any features, or is this just a blank silhouette besides that?
You can see a blue braid poking out. Your instinct is to assume that that means this is an experiment, but you don't know. Most people don't dress like this in society, so it's probably not.
And the fact that it's in a glass room
that you don't remember entering.
Yeah.
At some point, your brain goes, "Oh, this is a dream." Okay. And you're just, whatever you do with that information is what you do with it.
Yeah. Does this individual remind me of anyone in my past?
No.
Okay. So the only characteristics that remind me is the braid, but that could be a misleader. I'm going to pocket this information away.
And you just leave it as is?
I'm going to study and pocket any information for later, yeah.
All right. If at any point you decide to try and get a direct look at it?
I mean, yeah.
All right. Once you do, you see that this person is also wearing glasses, has a few scars on the left side of their cheek, and just kind of is staring at you with a hopeless expression. You're able to finally make out their red eyes and blue short hair that just kind of seems to drape over most of their face. You see their mouth move occasionally, but you're not sure if they're talking or if they're going to talk and then immediately giving up. They seem very nervous or disappointed. It's hard to tell.
Well, I sit down and approach it like I would a frightened child. Are you lost? Do you need any assistance?
It tilts its head, and you watch as the child is definitely speaking at you, and nothing really comes out of its mouth. The glass shakes, though. If this thing is talking, it is very loud.
Frequency. I can't understand that frequency. I don't have. Okay.
Upon saying that, you see a small smile on its face as it nods a bit and then proceeds to fade away.
Interesting.
Right. And finally, we have Valen, who likely spends a good portion of the night thinking like he may get a call from his dad, given what he invoked. Yet,
he's
nothing
definitely
comes.
fell asleep planning that conversation out in his head. You know
Yep.
how when you know you do something and you're gonna have to fucking deal with it, you're like, but if they say this, I'm gonna say this, and if they do this, I'm gonna do that.
Yep. And you start going through that, and then at some point, your responses just get more, and eventually you just fall asleep. Your body having spent a large majority of its energy on worrying, and you awaken in this almost holy temple. It's strange. It takes a bit from a lot of everything. The statues are very Catholic-esque, yet the design is that of a Grecian temple. And yet you swear outside of the poses, these statues are of Shinto gods. You're not very certain where all this is coming from, but you are now there, and everything is silent but filled at the same time. You can hear rushing wind, you can hear things around you, but there's no one here from what you can tell.
Yeah, he reaches for his sword. Ooh, pardon me, for his swords.
As he does, the swords snake around his waist.
Snake it like they wrap around.
They bend and wrap and intertwine themselves around his waist, forming a sort of sash, but also hugging him very, very tightly. At which point he feels the feeling of being watched and judged again. And you can feel it coming from both above and behind you.
He since he can't like grab onto his weapons, he kind of takes a deep breath and is like, he's like visibly confused at like what's going on, but he feels that judgmental pressure. So like, but at the same time, he has like no idea what to do here, you know? So is there a particular statue?
Does he turn around to look at the force that is apparently judging?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, he sees this.
Like amorphous.
He sees this.
What do I see?
A mummy-looking snake dude.
Oh, are you still? Does your thing still show the satyr girl?
Mine does.
Oh, I've been showing off everyone's spirits this whole time, dude.
How did I miss it?
There you go. That's yours.
Well, that's mine. That's lovely.
And this creature towers above you. It would tower above even the beasts, the satyr girl, and Vert all stacked on top of each other. Right. And you see these dark ashen wrappings moving around its body, obscuring it, wrapping around its hands, its legs, and this flat disc above its head that seems to be the only reference of how its head is moving as it cranes its neck to look down at you. And it's just watching.
He kind of like, for a second, he's obviously taken aback by this. But, like, he doesn't take that step back, you know, like, he's filled with those emotions of when he has to, like, kind of deal with his father and deal with that pressure and deal with that expectation, where if I take that step back, it's not just going to be a step back. I'll look back and I'll be miles behind where I wanted to be. So he doesn't feel like he can step back in a lot of things. So yeah, he just kind of like stands there and like makes eye contact, he said with air quotes.
All right. As you continue looking at it, it stares back at you. Wrappings proceed to move rapidly. They never move towards you. They're always wrapping around and obscuring something. And at some point, you're not sure when, you see this glistening thing move across one of the wrappings on its head before falling like a drop of dew onto you. And you feel...
He tries to catch it in his mouth.
All right. You do so.
Yeah. Like it's like...
And the pressure is not gone, but it is lessened. And it uncranes its neck and looks back over at the other statues, back at you, and just kind of fades away.
He's like, I'm Shogata. Do you have a name?
The wind howls. There's
so
no
Mary
response.
is that... Sorry, that's a Hendrix joke.
Do you actually say so, Mary?
No, sorry. He just kind of like, he doesn't understand what's going on, but he understands that the weight of something that just happened. So he takes the, you know how when he spoke to his dad and he took the swords out and like put them to his side and like like prostrated himself essentially. Like as it's fading, he does the same thing. Like
as he goes to do so, his swords return to their normal form.
Nice. And then he still does the same thing. He puts them out in front of him and like just bows his head. And yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, dick cheese. All right. Here we go. On to the big stuff. Here's the good ones. I came to... Oh, wrong fucking window, Theo. That's probably why you didn't see the thing you needed to see. All the other things. Perception.
Yep.
Come on, baby. All right, I'll take a 15. That's respectable.
He notices all of the statues are looking at him at this point.
At me?
At him, yes. At you.
He's just like...
Not in a judgmental way, just kind of acknowledging he's there.
Yeah. He doesn't know what to do. Normally he just kind of does that until his father leaves. You know what I mean? Like,
does he try to leave the temple?
He tries to... Which direction did the thing disappear in? Like, did it just
kind of
fade
just
in place?
faded with the wind.
But which direction was the wind? Like left, right?
It went to the left.
He goes to the left. To try
He follows.
To, like...
All right. And as he walks away, he keeps walking. Wind keeps blowing. And he eventually awakens, as you all do. And I think that's where we're going to cut off here.
Solid. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Vagabond Gaming Presents Soul Warfare, a Bleach tabletop RPG experience. And this has been truly an experience. I'm Captain Valen, and with me are... just go down the line.
Caleb, GM.
Yep. Start with the DM.
Red.
I'm the giant woman.
Your boy Vulture, the one trying to find a giant vulture with minimal luck.
And Austin playing Jack, the scientist, apparently.
All right. This has been episode 2. A lot of stuff happened. This has been a really good fucking episode. I had a lot of fun. Please join us when I let you know we next have our game, and we hope to see you. Mute, thanks for holding down the chat for us. I appreciate you, sir. And yeah, hope everybody who's here comes back. And was it Painted Cherry Plays? I seen you. I just try not to reply during during the stream, so I'll respond after. And I just appreciate everybody showing up. So this has been Captain Valiant, reminding everybody that life happens in every direction. So let's roll with them 1s and 20s and see where 2022 brings us.